Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Mr. James. Good morning. You're not sorry, guys. You're not seeing Dr. Damages today. Okay.
Oh,
He's
okay.
been called
Can you hear
on
me?
important matters. I'm sorry?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good. Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay. All right. Welcome. Greetings to everyone. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Um, I hope you're having a great and easy Saturday at the same time. So I think we're going to jump right into it. So Dr. Damages wanted to, I mean, he already had something scheduled. So I'm just going to go right into that topic. Um, I thought I hit something. Is my audio good on your end? Can you hear me clearly, Mr.
It's all right.
James?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear
All
you.
right. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me bring this here. Okay, so U.S. lobbying firm escalates. Okay, campaign against Tinubu pushes for criminal charges, and they're also trying to stop his visit with Donald Trump. So let me see. This is the article. I don't think this is the one I want. I hope I have the right one. I don't know if this is this. Is KJ here? KJ is not here yet. Okay, I'm
Let
just
me
going to
read
go.
out.
I'm sorry?
Let me read. Let me read what he sent to me.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Uh, just give me a minute, less than a minute.
Okay.
Okay, almost there.
Okay. All right. Take your time. Thanks for your help.
Okay, the United States-based lobbying firm. Something about lobbying firm at the UNGA interview in New York. The Bola Tinubu has praised the successful rescue of 308 Nigerian citizens who were abducted. And the other is the Nigerian government has arranged a retired DSS officer, something Woro, before the Federal High Court in Abuja over membership of the proscribed IPOB. What again? A group known as G100 Coalition of 100 prominent Nigerians has urged opposition leaders to unite behind a single presidential candidate. Meanwhile, the Sultan of Sokoto has urged Nigerians to ignore the rumor that he endorsed President Bola Tinubu. I think that is all I have here. The Federal High Court in Abuja has affirmed the legal principle that dispute over the legibility of candidates seeking elective office must be resolved before elections. That is all.
Okay. All right. So I guess that's it then. I mean I just got to find out about this news for the first time. I haven't really done, but I've seen snippets of it on social media where they've been talking about. I know there was they took some signatures, like Nigerians in diaspora took signatures saying that they do not want Trump to meet with Tinubu. I don't know how far that went. I know the request for signature was being passed around and all of that. So I don't know what effect that had. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on there. I'm wondering, it will be interesting to see if Donald Trump actually, if Donald Trump actually meets up with Tinubu, with everything that's going on in Nigeria, with the escalation of, continued unalivings of Nigerians on a mass scale, especially, attacks, especially on certain groups in the north and the middle belt. So I wonder how that's going to play out, I do know, or as I'm sure that a lot of us are, that there are lobbyist firms involved in all of this, trying to, um, you know, try to bring Tinubu to visit with Trump, to give it the kind of a um, what's it called? Tinubu is desperately searching for validity. So meeting with Trump is going to be it's going to be a plus on his side. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes, right? And then there's also the EFCC embarrassing Tinubu. I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's the title there. That EFCC embarrassed Tinubu. Mr. James, I'm sure you want to add something to what I just said about the Trump's visit with Donald with Tinubu. What do you think about it? What are your
Well,
thoughts?
the meeting should not, in fact, we should not be interested in it because they know where they meet and what they discuss. Their interests and the interests of the Nigerian populace are not the same. For now, the USA is getting on fine with the Nigerian government because there's no restriction on anything they want to get from Nigeria. They get it without even asking for it. So they want it to continue like that, and I do not see why Trump, I do not see how Trump would truncate what is going on because of principles. We know it's not too bothered at all about principles. So if they are killing Christians in the north or whatever it means very little or nothing to him, provided the American businessmen and American interests are well protected in Nigeria. That is how I see it. If they meet or not, that will not change the situation of things in Nigeria.
Okay. Well, that's true. You're right about that. It's not going to, I don't see it changing anything. I really don't. I don't even understand the purpose of the meeting, to be quite honest. I don't see why they should even encourage the visit in the first place, because the unalivings haven't stopped. Things have gotten worse over time. So I don't know. I know it's all about posturing. I think it's all about validation for Tinubu. I think we know as much as that, because seeing him in a picture with Donald Trump is going to, whatever it is he thinks is going to do for him, I don't know, but I think that's what he's thinking might possibly happen in his mind, and those that are around him. Those surrounding him are probably the ones pushing him and say, hey, go ahead. Oh, this will definitely be good for your second return. Mr. KJ,
No, you
welcome.
see,
Oh.
for
Oh my
instance,
God. I didn't know how to start off. I was like, oh my, I don't even have the articles in front of me. But I know I was almost running late, and I didn't want to, leave. I didn't want to be too late. So I had to just come in and just start however I could. Welcome. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Good to see you. In fact, we're all excited to see you here. And you started very well. The way you started. So
Okay.
I'm glad to see you, and I'm sure we're going to have a very great time discussing.
Yes,
I,
yes. Absolutely. Go
I
ahead, sir.
James, Mr. James, you're welcome. Good to see you. Your contributions are always very valuable. So we thank you for being here. More so much. Thank you so very much. It's always better to have a female voice than to have those also a hard face.
Yeah, I couldn't say no to my respected elder brother.
Yes, well done. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Thank you.
thank
Yeah. Yeah. So Mr. James and I just started off talking about, Tinubu's meeting, orchestrated meeting with the US firm working to stop Trump Tinubu meeting. So we were just sharing our 2 cents on that. I wonder if you have anything to add to that. And then
you.
I did say that there were signatures. I know that they were they were requesting for signatures, the Nigerians in diaspora, to to go against the meeting. So yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I will definitely support that meeting does not hold. Not because the US will be deceived into doing what they would not want to do, but because they probably have an offer they will not be able to refuse, because that's what they are doing. They are selling every piece that they can sell to anybody who is willing to go play ball with them. So yes, I would definitely go with those who say the meeting should not hold, because what's he really going to discuss? Nothing had been achieved. Some days ago we were watching a program, a bishop saying, if you want to know his achievements, look at the East-West Road. That beneath me. I mean, what are we going to look at? The road has not been, it has joined no state at all. So if that's only his achievement for a project that was not even budgeted by the National Assembly, then you know that the country is in a big mess. So what is he going to discuss? If he had put some things in place, if he has stopped the injustice going on, and we can live by the rule of law, if the so much massacring of people all around the nation has stopped, if the government is holding people accountable, if he himself, under his own watch, under his own office, the man who is supposed to be a superhuman con man, was able to con the presidency, con the National Assembly, con the Federal Secretariat, con everybody, the police, the army, the road service, fire, the road safety, the accountant general, one man, was able to do all that, then I don't think we'll have a nation anybody wants to discuss with. And so it's like we are just playing. You see, the funny thing is that we think we're in a bubble. We think people are not seeing what's going on. These days, news travels so far to every look and cranny in the world. So whatever is going on in Nigeria is being seen by all. Now we are no longer. We used to be the ones discussing it. Now it's no longer us discussing it. It's the Americans and the British and everybody around. Go to their channels. You see they're talking about Nigeria almost on daily basis. What is going on. So it's not even about coming to meet Trump in a government where the people's view matter, at least to a large extent. What people say here matters. But it's a fact that what are you going to achieve? Is it to continuously try to deceive people? What are you going to achieve? If you want it to be invited and to even have a dignity, attach your person when you come, it means that you have to have some form of good governance running in your country. And that's what majority of us would like to be back in Nigeria, but nothing is guaranteed. Not even your life is guaranteed once you step out. In fact, even in your house, because some days ago, people were being kidnapped inside of in Abuja, one of the very major housing estate in Abuja. People were kidnapped. Colonel Ude was killed in one of those estates. It's not outside Abuja. It's within the municipal area of Abuja. So you can see that the insecurity has got to the federal capital. So what is he really coming to meet Trump for? I don't understand it. So I totally agree with what people who are saying he shouldn't come. He has no business here.
I honestly, when we've been hearing about it, and some people are of the opinion that it's not going to happen. Trump is not going to meet with him. But we all know that the money is long because they're squeezing us and they have, the purse of the entire federation in their hands. So they can print more money. They can do whatever they like, right? So there's so much money involved. So the likelihood of it happening, it's pretty, there's a possibility because of the money. And they're willing to spend this money regardless of what happens. So, I was very happy when the signatures started going around, the request for the signatures. Like, we must insist that this man doesn't meet with Donald Trump. Because what's he going to tell Donald Trump? And there are people, the advocates on ground that have been saying what's going on in Nigeria, have been saying, if he does meet, Donald Trump needs to ask him these questions, pushing the questions forward. Like, what is happening? The Reverend Dachomo's family members that were unalived, 9 of them. That is crazy, right? What happened? What is going on? It has still not abated. It's still going on. They're still kidnapping Nigerians. They're still unaliving Nigerians. In fact, I would say it's even gotten worse.
Yes.
It's gotten worse. It seemed like nothing is going on. So people were like, if he has to meet with him, these are the questions that Donald Trump needs to sit and ask him eyeball to eyeball and ask him, what is going on? What are you doing about this? Because I know that the reason why Tinubu wants to meet with Donald Trump is for validation, because the man has been desperate for it since 2022, 2023, and he has not let up. He wants it bad. He wants that look. He wants those pictures taken to show validate. That's how low, man. The governors in Nigeria, the people that are running things in Nigeria, God, I beg you. It's so shameful. I'm sorry, Mr. James, go ahead, sir.
I don't think so, because the election results has already been determined. The election has been rigged in advance. So it really don't need validation for anything. What I'm suspecting is that during the meeting, it's going to be closed door meeting. Other issues will be discussed. For example, I'm just citing an example. I'm not very certain. The certificate issue, the drug-related matters in the Chicago courts and things like, because they are squeezing his balls. You either do this or we do that. These are issues they want to iron out thoroughly. And the Americans, in America, I understand nothing is free. Am I right? Nothing is free in America. Even the air you breathe in, you pay for it indirectly, let alone seeking favor from somebody. So these are the issues they want to iron out. At the end of the meeting, They can issue a false communique stating things about security and what have you to deceive people like you and me. And they get away with whatever they want to. So this is just it. The next election has been concluded. He has won. Take it or leave it. Not because I want him to win. I'm telling you what has happened. Because right from the electoral bill they passed in the House and the shenanigans taking place all along, we don't need a prophet to tell us that the election has been concluded and won in advance. So that is it.
Okay, I have a bit of
Go
a
ahead,
different.
Mr. Kiji.
I have a bit of a different view. You see, the situation that we find ourselves is that the person who sits on the platform right now that is coming to see is a very transactional human being. So for him, America first, and I don't begrudge him for that. If I was also the president of Nigeria, I would say Nigeria first, because it is somebody who is patriotic, who loves his country, that will always think about his country first. So if you come to the table with that mindset, you find out that you are not there to negotiate for your people, for yourself, but for the generations of your people, even to the 100th generation. America is 250 years old. They are already planning for the next 250 years. In other words, they are looking ahead, far ahead of what is going to be like and how people are going to relate in the next 20, 50 years. So what I think that he's coming to do is, yes, they may have planned to do everything they're going to do concerning the election, but there is a superpower that can decide to foil all that just by pronouncing one word. Remember that the thing that got Nigeria scrambling for, trying to please America was just two tweets from Donald Trump. 2 tweets, and everybody was running helter-skelter. And the president of the Senate president was saying that Donald Trump is on our neck. So this is the thing that he is trying to avoid. So that whatever they come up with at the end of the day, America does not say, we don't support you, we don't recognize you. And the earlier they do it, the better. Remember, you see, there are many things you can offer in Nigeria. They just discovered gold in one part of Imo State. You can go there and say, you know what, that place discovered gold, we can hand it to you, if you just allow us to do what we want. So I know that, international policy is about what you give and what you take. In our own situation, we don't even go with anything on our own book. We go flat paper. We just go to techno. It's like someone dictating to us, this is what I want you to do. Write it down. You write that. Okay. At the end of the day, you walk away with nothing. And that's why we keep saying that it is time for the government of Nigeria, if they are really serious, to take technocrats. If you are going to a nation, for instance, those of us who live in America know that language, English language, as we speak it in Nigeria, has different meaning and intonation when you come to America. They mean differently. They mean this. They may sound the same, but for them there is a different tone. So you need people who understand that lingo to interpret for you when a paper is given to you what that paper is saying. You need people who are in those communities. If you are going to Russia, you don't need to bring somebody from Nigeria. Look for Nigerians who are experts and who are there to be in that meeting with you, to listen to the conversation and bring it to you in the way you will understand what they are saying. If you are coming to America or England, okay, England, you may not have too much problem. But in America, you will have problem because language itself means different things for us here. All of us suffer the same thing. There are certain times, when I come here, somebody say, man, come on, don't be stupid. To them, for us, this is a big insult. I mean, why will you tell a grown-up man don't be stupid? But for them here, it's like, a normal conversation. It doesn't mean that you are going to, go up in arms because somebody told you that. One of the first things the guy I work with here told me that, listen, okay, I understand that in your community, in where you're coming from, people who see these things as, for us, it's normal discussion. Somebody can tell you, come on, man, what are you saying? Don't be foolish, man. He said, okay. So what am I saying in essence? This man that is trying to come here is looking for how to make sure that when they do what they are doing, America will not respond. That's what he's coming for. And he's ready to give the whole of Port Harcourt to get this done. Because his intention is to have that 8 years marked down for himself. Look, somebody who told the whole Catholic bishops that I will wrestle to the end. I will wrestle them to the end. In other words, it's not telling you, not hiding what he's going to do. He's telling you that he's going to wrestle people to the end. And so, whatever you want today, if you want to accept my position, okay. If you don't want to, I'm just telling you that Nami sit here. Now, the government, the military are under me, the police are under me, the Air Force under me, the Army under me. In fact, to make it even good, he has now decided to raise the salary of the Army. So the boys are going to go out there and make sure he's there. And many of such things offers are going to be coming as we move towards the election. Let's be guided. This guy is not interested in what we get to Nigeria. He's interested in building an empire for himself. Just like Chido in Kano said, and we have said this on this panel. Do we know his tribe? We don't know where he's from. We don't know whether he's a Nigerian. Nobody knows his family. Even though I see that one journalist was trying to locate some people who he said they are his uncle in Ogun State. But whether that is true or not, Nigerians don't know. Because we saw you with a diplomatic passport that belongs to another country. Okay? We don't know your age. We don't know your school. You have no classmates. As a matter of fact, you are just like the wind. So, and that's the person sitting at the highest office in Nigeria. And who are the people defending him? Professors. Who are professors who went through the rigors of education. And now they are standing to defend a man who they don't even know his past. He said he worked to Mobi. Mobi said we've never had any such staff. Okay? So, the question is, who is this Bola Tinubu? Even the certificate was quoting for, the certificate said, on our own register, it's a female that bears the name Bola Tinubu. But you are a male. So, many things cause to question. And it is foolish of me to think that Nigerians are going to stand up and ask the question. We're not going to ask any question. Because if we're going to ask questions, we'll have started asking the question since. But rather, you prefer to look for men who have paid the dues. You can see their records straight and clean. You will not touch, you will not talk to them. What even pains the most that when you talk about Shoro who have been fighting them all this while, you say go and start from local government. Well, it's not even a local government chairman. You want to be president. Come on, man. So if you ask me, my conclusion my takeaway will be that I don't want that meeting to hold so that no temptation is offered. You see, if it doesn't come to offer them certain things, there will be nobody to tempt you, and there's nothing to, so election will just go, and those who want to intervene in good conscience will do that. I rest my case.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I have a different take to what Mr. James said, and some of what you said, KJ. So, Mr. KJ, you said that the election is already won and bought and whatever, right? Tinubu's already bought the election and all of that. I want to
Disagree?
not completely disagree, because there's a we know, right? We know that has everything, right? So INEC is under him, everything is under him. So when you say that it's been, I don't want to say disagree, but I want to say, when we say that, when we put that out there, it's deflating, right? Because there are people with goodwill who are really fighting because they want to see a different Nigeria. We can't all, strategize from afar. We can't all, be on ground. So for those people who are putting in the effort and are saying, no, the way Nigeria is, it's long overdue for it to change. However way we're going to get there, we must do what we must do. If election is what it is, because there's no revolution going on right now, right? As we can see, there's nobody coming out and pushing for a revolution or asking for it at all, right? So I want us to, as much as, yes, we do know that this man may have bought it, right? Because everybody's under him. But let's not forget the work that people are putting on ground and people who are ready and willing to put their bodies and their life on the line to ensure that we get this. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, OC, because you see, if we dismiss the fact that they have taken over, they've done everything possible, then we'll be self-defeating ourselves. I'm not. I don't.
Exactly.
I think
It's a
maybe
hopeless situation. Is
if
that what we want?
I want to put it clearly, I'm not one of those. I will not accept that he has won because he has all that. I'm simply saying we can all match out. You see, if Nigerians are 50,000 people, they can rig the election and get the result for themselves. If 80 million Nigerians march out to vote, nobody's going to rig that election.
No, they will still rig it.
No.
Do you know why?
No.
No. Let me tell you the reason why.
I'm coming. Now let me finish. You can have your time.
Okay.
Now, if we're 80 million people, we march out to polling booths. We stay there. We take shots of the distance. We guard our votes. We're not going to vote and go away. Even if they decide to make a law, which they've always made every time, vote and go home. Don't follow the vote. No, we will define that or whatever that instruction or law. We'll guide the votes. We make sure that everything is entered in our very eyes, and we all take screenshot of what is entered and post them. We're not going to leave it. We post them and make sure that every polling booth has a picture taken from whatever. And from the polling booth, let's just commit that day to the Nigerian people. We will follow them to where they are putting it together and take shots of that. And at the end of the day, even where they are calculating and tabulating it, we will be there. Nigerians will be there night and day. It will not be like the last one that they declared at 3 o'clock. By the way, OC, do you know that in Nigerian law, once 6 p.m. passes, everything that's official is cancelled?
Yeah.
I realize
it's supposed to be according to the law,
yes.
right? But they don't follow the law.
Yes. So if that law was maintained at the time you declare the result at 3 a.m., it wouldn't have been upheld at all, because that is not the working time of the Nigerian people. But we all gloss over these things and leave it. So right now, the only way we can defeat these monsters that will not give way, okay, for good governance of Nigeria and the Nigerian people, is to follow through. If in a community there are 10,000 people and 10,000 of you are in that place saying we must see the end of this, no returning officer is going to dare to change the results. So at the end of the day, if we send all the correct results and they decide to go ahead and announce something differently, then we bring their house down. I'm not saying there'll be violent, but I'm saying that people will not live there until the changes that is required is made. That's all that will change it. Yes, Mr. James, I've said my bit.
There's an English saying that 2 heads are better than 1. But I disagree with them, because a Janus is better than a million dunces. Since the election was conducted in 2023, the so-called losers in the election, they went home to relax. Instead of that, to be sensitizing the people, what is the difference between this man and what we have for you? What do we have for you? Nobody bothered. Now electionary period is here again. They've started, chanting slogans without educating the people. The people are not educated. If you ask people in my village, what is the difference between Atiku and what's his name, Bola Tinubu, they cannot tell you. They will tell you quite frankly, I don't know. They are all politicians. They don't know the difference between Obi and Kwankwaso or whatever. So then they are all politicians, because they've not done their homework thoroughly. If since 2023, they'll be going to the churches, the mosques, the students' associations, and preach to them, make them understand why there should be a radical change. We would have been expecting something different from what happened in 2023. So this is how I see it. There will be no change, because the electorate, they are not educated. They are not enlightened. They see it is government and we. So as far as you are on the side of government, be you Sowore or Debayo or whatever it is, they see the whole of you as birds of a feather. And we are also birds of a feather in our own way. So this is how I see it.
Okay, Mr. James, I'm going to push back on that. So I have to ask you the question. respectfully, what have you done to sensitize your people? That's the question. Because Nigeria, if Nigeria is good, it's good for all of us, right? It's not going to be good for only me, or it's not going to be good for only you. So we all have roles to play. What role have you played? I can tell you for free.
I'm not aspiring.
Wait,
I'm not
now I'm
aspiring.
saying, but so but you are complaining about the situation in Nigeria. If you're not aspiring, doesn't mean you cannot educate the electorate, because you have so much knowledge. You also take that time to educate your village people. Since you say your village people don't know the difference, but I can tell you for free that if you call your village people today, they know a little bit more than you think that they do, because people have been on ground doing the hard work. But because sorry, sir, sorry, I don't mean, I just want to land with this point. Because you've taken a back seat like you're doing right now, because it's like they are not, but you're also part of it. You're also a Nigerian. I'm sure you want to see a change. I'm sure if Nigeria gets better today, you're gonna, if maybe you're already home, I don't know, but you're gonna move home, and you'll be happy with the progress that has been made. But I can tell you for free that there's a lot of work that has gone on the ground. There's a lot of work that's continued to go on the ground. There's a lot of villages that have been reached that were not reached before. So when you say that it's going to be the same thing, no, I disagree with you, because you have chosen to take a backseat about the Nigerian issue, right? Because all we do here is complain. We're not doing anything. So if everybody was doing their own part, we will not be where we are. So we can't blame other. We cannot say, oh, because they did not, what did you do? Because when you say because they did not, you're also part of they did not, So let's not, again, there's a lot of work going on the ground, and people are doing what they need to do and going to corners. Even my own village that they've never reached in how many election cycles, I had to make it happen. I've not been to my village in God knows how long. But I had to find somebody who knows I had to find a connection to the village, so I can educate the people. I can find someone who can gather people in the communities and tell them what they need to know. So it's all up to us. It doesn't matter who your candidate is. As long as you are sensitizing your people, you're talking to your village people, like you said, then maybe we can make headway. We can't be otherizing. We cannot be delegating. Our work is our work. Everybody get work aligned for you, but regardless of where you come from. If in Nigeria they work, not all of us you work for. On our politics, did you have something to add?
Hallelujah. I mean, you guys said a lot of stuff. So, which side do you want me to take?
Whichever way you want to start, you can start.
Let me just chip in a word or two, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
The political system we are running is determined not on election day. The result is determined not on election day, but at party primaries. For you to win election in Nigeria, to become a leader, the election is won and lost during party primaries. You and me, we are not qualified to be there, because there's no way you can put up with an immoral situation without getting yourself contaminated. Who are those people forming the political parties? They are a different class of people from you and me. This is why we are unable to see things from their perspective. Some people come to this platform and even defend the political dispensation we are complaining about, because they are able to get along with them. As long as you are not a member of that constituency that elect presidential candidate on party levels, you cannot make it. They can never be changed. That is where the corruption starts. That is where the foundation has been solidly laid. If we are unable to demolish that foundation, it is an exercise in futility preaching to people.
Okay, sir. So what have you done to demolish it? Because we all have rules here. There are new parties springing up every day, and they are demolishing. What are you doing?
They are not demolishing.
It's not by saying, no, Mr. James, no. Please, let me speak.
Tell me what they are demolishing.
It's not about you. I'm saying that there are new parties springing up every day. and there are people standing their ground and doing what they need to do. What are you doing? We're all very good at saying, oh, the party is so corrupt, the system is so corrupt. What are you doing to demolish the system that is so corrupt so that you can have a headway? And nobody's going to come and change it for you. If something is corrupt, if something is spoiled, some people contributed to it. People contributed to it. So if we're not doing our own part, how is it going to change? It's like you have a house. The house is filthy because other people are making it filthy, right? You keep complaining about it. Oh, they see my house is filthy. They are not doing anything. But you're sitting in the field. You're not lifting a finger. So we cannot condemn those that are doing. The reason why it keeps getting rotten and it's spoiled is because you and I are not doing anything. We are sitting back and allowing the evil to thrive. So what we have is complainers. Century after century, we are complaining, but nobody is doing anything apart from a few. We cannot know. There's no excuse. You have a responsibility. I have a responsibility. You have a wealth of knowledge, right? Not everybody has the strength. Not everybody has the power, but you have knowledge. You can, where you see people that are fighting to see something better, you can say, hey, you know what? From where I'm standing, I think if we do it this way, I think if we add this, I think if we remove this, right, then perhaps we can make headway. You cannot say there's not going to be any headway. You're telling me that I know what I'm doing on the ground. You're telling me I don't think we're going to make any headway. You have to belong to, please. I did not belong to anything. I don't belong. I'm still not going to belong. All I want to see is a working country. That's all we all need to be striving for, not condemning and condemning and condemning. No, we must stand our ground and ensure that we do our part. It doesn't matter who you're supporting. Talk to your people. Who are you people voting for? How are you mobilizing yourselves? Who do you think is going to work best for you? Are we not tired of complaining? Are we not tired? No, please. I disagree with you, sir.
You've been complaining since independence.
When you make comments like that, you deflate the work that's going on. I'm sorry. I'm here. It's not going to happen. Okay, we gotta give people. We have to do what we need to do to get our country.
I've made it known on this platform a number of times. There will never be a change without a revolution.
There will be a change, sir. Revolution or not. All the revolution you're talking about, I have not seen it on the ground. If you want a revolution, go and start it, sir. Go and start it. Go to Nigeria and start the revolution, please. I don't want to hear revolution. You people keep saying revolution. What are you doing on the ground to bring about that revolution so that we will say, this revolution is working, let's go and join Mr. James. I'm not sorry, it is working. If you are not doing revolution right now, forget about it. Forget. You don't have anything to add. Just remain a complainer. Let those who are doing it do it, and don't deflate or throw wheel spanner in the wheels of those that are trying to do the work. No, I'm sorry. I beg. I'm not going to accept that deflating comment. What is it's not going to work? It's not. You did not work in your time because you did not speak up. You did not work in your time because you did not stand up when you needed to. It did not.
No, excuse me. Since independence, you'll be preaching this preaching.
It's not about since independence. You in your corner, what did you do? That's the question, sir. What did you do? It did not work because you people did not do anything. We are now facing the generation having to do heavy lifting. You are still complaining. Please.
Election was declared at what you call 5 a.m. or whatever it is in Nigeria. What did you, a supporter of the system, do to correct it?
I won't have to tell you. You will need to come and follow my channel to know what I did. What did you do? When it was announced 5 a.m., what did you do, sir? What did you do? What did you do? I'm asking you. As an Oga, you've lived in Nigeria long enough. You grew up there. What did you do when it happened?
You know when I left.
You have the information more. What did you do? What was your contribution? What was your own contribution? Because you guys didn't do anything. That's why we're having to do all the heavy lifting now. Because you complain and complain, no action. No action. Please, I beg. Who else has anything to add?
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I think last week, 2 weeks ago, I was pointing out to Dr. Dameji that if to say this place in a accredited institution, I haven't spent over 4 years now coming here every weekend. If we don't gather enough credit, enough to get a certificate for that, to have a degree. In other words, means we don't give value also in return. We have given a lot of value. Our people say there are many roads to market. There are many roads to market. So they challenge people where they come online, dedicated for the past 4 years, so which they don't do. I question that.
Talk straight, Oga. Please speak directly so that we can respond accurately. What are you trying to say? Make your points clear, please.
With all due respect, I kept quiet when you guys were speaking. I've always speaking for half a second.
Yeah,
so if
and
you
I
are
want you
patient
to make
enough,
yourself clear. No, not patient. As the host of the show right now, at least for right now, I have a right to point you in the right direction as the conversation should proceed. What exactly are you trying? Because I don't know. You're speaking in parables. If we're
what
going
is
to
the title? What is the name of your show, if I may ask?
You tell me. You came on
It
the show.
says,
come on
it
the
says,
show. You don't know what it means. If we
can
don't
you allow me speak for God's sake?
Make yourself
Are you going
clear when you're
Are you going to allow me speak? Okay,
yes,
you want to.
as long as
So
you make yourself clear.
Tell me what to say, please.
I'm not going to tell you what
No,
to say.
Ovie,
allow me speak.
Are you a baby? Make your
she's moderating
clear.
now. Listen to her. She's
It's
moderating.
simple.
Take it easy. She's moderating.
What I'm asking again, what we come here? We came here to have our say. Isn't that why we are here?
About what?
To have our say. I'm here to have my say. Allow me to have my say.
Make yourself clear while you're having your say. It's simple.
Can you allow me finish a sentence before you know where I'm heading to?
No, I'm not. I'm going to be on that journey with you. Talk calm.
But let me tell you. Hold on. We didn't come here to talk to you.
Or what?
Hold on.
Ovie, calm down.
No. Allow me say something. Hold on. Can you allow me say a word?
Let her moderate now, Ovie. Let her moderate.
So what is she moderating?
Let her moderate.
What is she moderating?
The topic that has been listed.
So are you going to? No, I am asking you.
What topic you're addressing? Simple.
I am asking.
You're not going to take us on a journey that there's no destination. Nah. Speak on. Are you speaking on the U.S. firm working to stop Trump-Tinubu meeting or EFCC and Barak? Which one? First of all, tell us.
First of all, I did not come here to talk to you. That's not the rules.
You came here to speak on the topic.
Can you allow me finish a sentence? Can you allow me to finish a sentence?
If you're
Is it possible?
To go on a journey, I will drop you.
KJ. The name of your show say have your say. Can you allow me have my say for God's sake? Are you going to tell me what to say?
Listen to the moderation.
You came here to talk on the topic.
Listen to the moderation.
Hold on now. Can you allow me say? Can I finish a sentence for God's sake?
Yes, you can finish your sentence.
Hold on.
Calm down.
Can you allow me finish a sentence?
Hey, Ovie.
So, hold on. Can I say something for God's sake? Can I say something?
Calm down.
Yes, can I speak? Okay, when you are ready for me to speak, I speak.
Okay. All I'm simply saying that she's moderating. Listen to her and let's follow that direction. Calm down. We're not quarreling. She's not quarreling you either. Okay.
I heard you.
So
So, what is moderation? I don't understand. to tell me what to say? Is
You're
that
not going
moderation
to
or what?
tell me
I don't
No,
understand.
moderation.
you are
If you
still
want
going
to
there now.
define
Just
moderation,
follow
you
the
can go.
directions she's
But what
pointing
I've
to.
said
That's
is
all.
you're going to stay within the topic of the show. If you're going to
Okay.
go on a journey of no return, I am not doing that with you. So you
You can
choose.
listen. Let me tell you something. There's something you don't understand.
I don't want to understand
Again,
you.
I am not here to talk to you. You cannot tell me how to start my conversation. How you want to tell me how to start my conversation? Please don't let me lose it. How you going to tell me how to start my conversation,
I
for
want
God's
you
sake?
to lose it. That's the purpose. I
So, but
actually want you
okay.
to lose
Tell
it.
me how to start my conversation. I'm giving you that privilege.
You're not
Tell
a
me
baby.
how.
Are you a baby? Are you a
That's what
baby?
I'm. So then allow me to
Do you want
say
to
it
be
if I'm not
treated
a
like a
baby.
baby? Is that what you're saying?
But
You
I'm
want to be
not.
treated like a baby?
KJ. Can you explain? Can you explain to me what I've even said wrong? Have I even said anything before? For God's sake?
You haven't said anything wrong. I've only pointed you
So, but
back to the
so
topic of the show. That's all I pointed you to. And you're being emotional.
hold on.
Hold on. That's
For
it.
God's sake, can you allow me just finish a sentence? I beg you. When you first give me opportunity to speak, I said, what should I speak of? Because you guys have said a lot. You see, I should start from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, can you allow me finish a word?
On the topic, your word, not the word. You
So
are the
again,
one.
I'll give you that
You have not
privilege. What
said
is the
anything
topic?
about the topic.
Okay, maybe we start our
If
break.
you
What is
don't
the
know
topic?
the topic, what will make you enter the
I'm
studio?
here to have my say.
No,
I'm here to have my say.
Go back, look the topic, come back. How about that?
So,
How about that?
KJ,
Because I
KJ,
don't fit. I'm not going to
KJ,
drive
I dey try look the fact that I dey try respect Dr. Damage.
Yeah, when
You
Dr.
understand?
Damage is come, continue your
So
respect. Not be Dr.
so
Damage is
can
here
you
today.
allow so if they
Answer
ask you now,
respond to
we know
this
why they
topic.
laugh. What did I talk first? What have I said that you know what make I talk am?
Maybe we go another. When you're ready, you come back. I better mute yourself. There's somebody new in
No,
the
you can
studio.
take me out if you want.
Take
No, you
yourself
can take
out. You
you
brought
can take
yourself.
me out.
Take yourself out.
Because
Take yourself out.
you are not going to so
Take
you
yourself
Ovie,
out.
I
Ovie,
won't understand.
You're not going to
Ovie.
KJ,
derail this
waiting
one.
I don't talk now.
I
I'm
need to
asking the
move
question. What
on.
have I said?
But you're
I
not
have
even
not said
listening.
a
You're not
word.
even listening to her. You're not even listening to her. You're not listening to her. She's saying to you, the
Mr.
topics are.
Ose, no, he's gone. Let him go. Oseweka, welcome. Greetings to you. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you. KJ, it's good to see you again. Happy birthday last week. I hope you had a good time with your family. Mr. James, regards. OC, I see you. Good afternoon from here.
Well done.
Uh,
Greetings.
yeah. Um, I just have a few things to say before I say what I want to say on the topic. I think the best way that we can have a viable conversation is when we listen to everybody, irrespective of the direction that they're going to. Listening is very important, and that is key. I believe that Ovie wasn't given a fair hearing. We don't know where he was
Mr.
going,
Oseweka, please, can
and
you
that's
speak on the topic or move on? Speak on the topic or leave the studio. I ain't got time for that. You come here, yes, thank you very much. That's bullshit. If you want to speak on the topic, you request the mic. If you don't want to, get the hell out of the studio. It's simple. When Mr. Damages comes back, you can do whatever the heck you do. I'm not here for that. I am here for the solutions for the country, Nigeria. If you are not interested in the solution and you only have complaints, get yourself out of the studio. It's simple. This is the problem we have in Nigeria. This is a microcosm of a problem that we have in Nigeria. This is it. We have big fish to fry. Yet we are busy with petty issues. What is wrong with us? Year in, year out, you guys complain. You guys don't do jack. Nothing. Revolution on one side. On the other side, oh, you want this. But you don't profile any goddamn solutions. We're here again. No solution. What are you people doing? You keep giving birth to children. You have no country to live for them. No country. And you guys are proud of yourselves. You're coming here to correct. Who the hell are you? If you don't like me, you don't have to be here. Okay? Simple. When Dr. Damages return, you can go back to your normal complaining that you guys do. I did not come here for that. Let me repeat it. If you're not going to stay within the topic, get the hell out of the studio with no apologies. Mr. Flagship, welcome. Greetings, sir.
Good
morning, sir.
Domo.
Good evening, sir.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Well, thank you. And again, thanks for anchoring for Dr. Damages in his absence. I appreciate it. And I understand that it's hard sometimes to get through these simple instructions. I imagine myself being on CNN and invited to speak, and I choose to do what I like. I don't think they would allow me 1 minute in the studio. I have to stay on task, and for the 30 seconds they give to me, I have to say what I have to say within that time and get off the screen. It's simple, it's easy. Just say what you have to say, follow the instructions. Follow the instructions, and you'll be good. But anyway, let me go to what I want to say today. Good afternoon to everybody. And August 19th is just a few days away, 10 days, right, from today. I think we are on the racetrack right now. It's on your marks. We're going to be getting set, and everybody will be going very soon on the race to 2027. There are a lot of things that need to be done, quite a lot of things to get things in the right direction. And I'd like to start from here just to share it as an idea to every one of us in the diaspora that want to see a better Nigeria, no matter what shape or form you want it to come. But there are things we can do. And I'll share with you some that we are doing. When registration was ongoing in Nigeria, I have 3 wards that are under my local government in my state. What we did was to purchase computers and mobile hotspots and give it to our ground officers to go into the marketplaces and those places, churches, and actively register people who may not be able to go to the different stations, INEC stations, to register themselves. So perhaps they've had issues registering. We had to ensure that we take it to them at home, on the streets, in the marketplaces, and churches. And we were quite successful, although with a lot of resistances here and there. The APC group, I give it to them, they've networked the whole place. We've done outreaches on the ground, but you can't feed but so much. You can't provide medical outreaches to people, but for so much. If you want to do it every day, you need the World Bank to sustain it. The people are really going through a lot. And I hate to always put the blame on them, but seeing what they are experiencing on ground and what they are going through, we have to give them some credit. They have been beaten so much. So here's where we come in. Come August 19th, campaign is going to start. We now are, this is where we want to correct some anomalies that happened in 2023 at the polling stations. So what we have done and what we are still doing now is to begin to look for hot spots, and we're investing a lot into it. Okay. We are buying Starlink connections. We are going to buy. We have just a few now, but we want to buy the ones that will go very far. If you put it in a car and drive to one
spot that could connect to a couple of polling stations and provide the access codes to those that are there so they can transmit. And we will not have the excuse of there's no network. That's why things didn't go where they are. We are trying to correct that. So we are going to invest in more. And we're looking for the one that have really strong range that can go far and connect a lot of communities, at least in my part where I'm from. Number two, we really have to, I believe in escorting the votes from the polling stations to where they are collated locally and taking them to Abuja. So here's what we are putting on ground. We are getting foot soldiers that we will pay their transportations to escort those votes from the polling stations to where they will be collated locally and then taken to the state headquarters where the INEC office is. And for those who will be taken into Abuja, we're going to pay for their flights to escort. I'm not talking of the INEC officers. I'm talking of our ground escort soldiers or foot soldiers. Even if the air ticket will cost ₦1 million for one way, we're going to buy it to ensure that those votes get to Asaba and get to Abuja and they are counted properly. Now, here's where we're having a little bit of challenge and where I will call all the oppositions, no matter what party you belong to. We can only escort the votes from polling stations to collation centers and possibly to Abuja. But what happens inside that the main collation center in Abuja is the biggest challenge. We're still trying to figure out how we'll get people on ground that can at least access that place to ensure that the results that we're getting from the local polling stations is what is being shown at where the results will be counted. So that's where we're going to need the parties to come in, the opposition parties. They have to find a way to get their senior officials who can be present there to ensure that these votes are well protected. It's not enough to say, to tell the people that go vote and escort your vote down there. They can only go so far. There's a lot of magic that is going to be done in Abuja, and we want to be sure that whatever that magic is, it is checked. So the word to all the opposition parties, NDC, ADC, and the rest of them, they need to get their officials that can be able to follow this vote at that stage to ensure that nothing happens. So while we provide internet access, or while we're going to provide that, number one, we're also going to provide transportation to those that would escort the votes, or the officials that would take the votes to the collating centers locally in the local governments, and from there to the state headquarters, and finally to Abuja. We need the parties to, at their level, get their own strong support folks that can go in there in Abuja and ensure that these things are presented just the way they are. And if there's any anomalies, at least it can be checked. So those are the things that I think we can begin to do. And those of us in the diaspora, we can make it happen. We've done background work. We've looked into what can be purchased from here to support the people. So while we push them to go beyond just voting, we want to give them the resources they need to escort that vote to where it needs to go to. So all those of us in the diaspora that are listening, please go look for your ward, wherever it is at home. Figure out what you need to do to get your votes that are going to be protected to get to the final destination, and that nothing happens to it. Whatever it takes to provide access to the web, so the INEC officials will not complain that there is no access to the internet. That's why they are going with paper copies to Abuja. And if that happens, we know it's abracadabra. The more you look, the less you see. We don't want that to happen. So these are a few ideas that we're working on. I want to share it with those that are listening and watching to take home. If each one of us can get 1 or 2 wards in our localities or villages or hometowns are supported, I think we may be able to match whatever tactics that the incumbent is going to put up to try to either rig this or want to make it go whatever way in their favor. We can match them. I have found out, and I'll end with this. The Osun State saga that is going on really opened my eyes and understanding to a lot of things. Number one, that the incumbent is afraid. They really don't have the kind of power that we think they have.
Exactly. Yes.
They respond to pushbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And they respond to people that have access, right? So if Davido with his uncle can make the comments they made that make the president, who we know is aware of everything that EFCC does, and cannot feign ignorance, would come back and make that phone call and say, I wasn't aware, please, I'm sorry. Ask the EFCC to reverse everything they've done. They respond to pushbacks. So if this doesn't open our eyes, I think we need to look far beyond where the mirages that are in front of us. That if we push back, if we come out with strategies that beat their own, we can take this thing and turn it around. They are not that strong, my people. I hear people call him a master strategist. I've looked at what he's done so far. I really don't see the strategy that much. It's just rough play that is impunity that they are trying to put out before us. And if we all sit down and let this thing pass, we all failed, and nobody should complain. So let's figure a way out to push back, use whatever resources you have. Davido used his own. He said he's going to go public, and he turned things around. A lot of us have access. Use it. Let's begin to push back. And I think one way or another, we can clench this thing and put the right person in office so we can get our country where it needs to be. I'm tired of the mess that this whole rottenness that's going on at home is causing to me personally. I'm tired of explaining to my friends who are non-Nigerians about what's going on there. And the biggest question they all ask me, which is very difficult to answer sometimes, is, what are you doing? What are you all doing to fight back? It seems like you're just seated and these guys are having a field day. So please, I know it's been ongoing for a long time, but there are still things we can do. We can't give up now. Let's push. And I'm sure we can take it back and recourse. And please, let's try to tamper down today. It's good that Omoye is here covering for Rudolph. And KJ is here backing up. Let us respect what she says. It may not be status quo as Rudolph when he's here, but however she chooses to handle it, please, let's do the best we can to understand and comply. Thank you, Omoye. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Flagship. I really see. I'm so happy and elated by all the things that you've listed that you're doing back home. You know, this is amazing. And if we can get more people on ground to do that, right? I had to reach out to the traditional leader in my village. I had to talk to some elders to get the young people together. These are things that we can do. It doesn't matter who your candidate is. Is it not about us getting it right as a people? We need a functioning country. Thank you so much. This is what I want to hear more of this. Please. This one that you have shared now, that you have shared with me, I have taken it wherever. I'm going to be increasing the volume in the other platforms I'm in to let them know, come. There are people on ground that are doing this. What are we doing on our end so that we can add to what we're doing based on the information I just received? You know, we must, if we really want a country. I mean, there's those of us who don't care about Nigeria anymore and have signed off completely. I don't have any angst against those of us. But for those of us that believe that the country needs to work for every one of us, like you said, Flagship, it's heavy. School fees, feeding, everything,
right. You don't
transportation, No job. You have to look for how to help them start business, help this one do this one, help that one. The help has now increased times 100. How many I be? Do you understand? Even if I'm a billionaire, the money go reduce. So I beg, now beg I dey beg. I'm really Nigeria matter is something that I carry on my head now. I carry it on my head. I dey hawk am. I beg. I'm not here. If I offended you by the way I spoke or raised my voice, please don't take it personal. Mr. James, do not take it personal. I'm a woman. Women are hardest hit in Nigeria, and children. There's so many things happening. We cannot continue to complain. Me, I'm tired of complaining. So when I hear people complain, it trigger my mind, I beg. So nobody should take it personal. But if you want to take it personal too, that's okay. Because I really want us angry. I want you pissed that a woman is talking to you like this. If we were in Nigeria, we she open her mouth. I want you to be thinking like that. So what I'm doing, although it's intentional, but on the other hand, for those who don't get it, I don't have to explain myself to you, but for the sake of the sane-minded ones amongst us here, I'm sorry if, the shouting is coming across as very triggering for you, but permit me. I'm the host of the show today. To host Dr. Damage the show, it's saying na beans, not be beans, so I dey do any, Namona go report me after. Maybe after now, I no go waste again. It's okay. I agree. As far as we get that Nigeria where they function, I'm good. But don't come here and take me to a journey of no return. I will not take it. I'm sorry. I will not. If you're going to come, please tell me you guys, so this is what you are doing, this is what you have done, or you're talking about the title. Please, this is what I want to hear. One of those two things. Thank you very much, the flagship. I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, I really, really do. You've given me so much joy this morning just hearing this.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Maska, are you available to speak now, sir? Greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you.
Good afternoon, ma. Well done, ma. How are you?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Your audio has-
Yeah, I'll try and solve it. My apology, I've been in transit for a while now, but once I settle, I'm sure I'm gonna drill down and find where the problem is. But I hope you can hear me. My understanding is that as long as I speak, the echo stops, right? Okay.
It's not stopping, it's still there, but we can manage it.
Okay, my apologies sincerely, but like you said, redeeming Nigeria is a task that must be done with clear audio or unclear audio. We have to keep pushing it like that. But as always, I normally would request for guidance in terms of, because I think the show normally brings a lot of topics. So guide me. What are we supposed to? I can see that.
So the topic for today is U.S. firm working to stop Trump-Tinubu meeting, and EFCC embarrassed Tinubu. I don't know why there's no embarrassment there, but okay. And Èx-DSS docked over IPOB. So whichever one you want to take on.
None of them really sound very interesting for me, sincerely. But what I would do, as always, if you permit me, I would take a different, not a different tangent. I think I want to follow from what Flagship has said, and probably talk also in that regard, but even though from a slight different perspective, if you permit me. You are muted.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah, you can go ahead and go from.
All right. I also like what Flagship is saying. The only thing I will add, and most of the people who have been on this platform will attest to the fact that my position has always been that, yes, it's very important that on that election day, even though now I think it's almost too late, but it's something that still can be done. on that election day, what I would really love, those of us that privileged, let me use that word, privileged in the sense that at least I know I'm privileged, in the sense that at least I have the money to link up with you guys. I have the clarity of mind. I don't have any clear and present problem that I must have to deal with at this point, whether to eat or drink. I have that clarity of mind that, okay, there is something important on Saturday at 6. I'll join my colleagues, fellow countrymen. Let's as KJ would like to say, let's judge on. Okay? So those of us that are privileged, I really believe that the starting point is for us. Yes, it's good to do things individually, disparately here and there, but normally, the best we can do for ourselves is to develop what is called a collective intelligence. Okay? This thing that flagship is saying, if 10 people sit down to articulate it, it will be a big game changer. Essentially, what I've always canvassed is, especially those of you in diaspora, quietly sit and think of how to develop a system leveraging technology that on that election day, it doesn't matter the number of the election booths or stations in Nigeria. Let there be at least one phone that has camera in that polling booth that can take whatever it is doing. Let there be a channel. This channel now on that election day should be showing us all the things that are happening in different polling booths. This thing is not so complicated. It's not so expensive. There's enough Nigerians who are living in Nigeria that are educated enough, that have a phone. If we work together, we can get everybody. All you have to do on that day, if you're the one that doesn't even like to vote, just go there and be picturing what is happening, and let's be transmitting it live. And let there also be a concurrent database where all the election results are being collated there, so that at the end of the day, see, we are not going to announce that this is the winner. We don't have that prerogative. But at least let there be some numbers that can be corroborated to say, oh, this person won or this person didn't win. And there should be some sort of, all you have to do is take a picture of these things, and yeah, it's not going to be official, but at least let there be some number that is independent and is by Nigerians. And I think that's a starting point. Technology is what we should leverage. Technology is what we should leverage to salvage this country. I repeat, technology is what we will leverage to salvage this country. Today, I know that when you conduct elections, you can't normally go and write the results on a piece of paper like before. Even if you want to write the result on a piece of paper, you must go through the rigmarole of trying to find out how many people were actually accredited. Because if you write a number in a state that is more than the people who actually voted, you know that there and then you yourself, you've created an additional problem for yourself. And we are in this position simply because the country itself has taken technology on board. So my advice is to thank people
I can understand what you're making.
Mr. James, you have to mute. Thank you. God bless you. So what I will advise, Mr. James, push on with what you guys are doing, but concurrently be looking for like mind so that we can develop that collective intelligence, so that we can do things that are at scale. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maska. I agree with you. There has to be, if it's possible, I think it's important for us to be able to come together as diasporans, but depending on how far you live and how well you communicate with each other, because I know a few things are happening already with the diasporas, there are plans that have been put in place, but there's nothing like too much, because this election 2027, it's a different time. It's going to be war. It's literal. We're going into war 2027. So you have to be ready and prepared. So yeah, if people can come together, exactly what the flagship is doing, and form like some sort of a small cell group that would, for different communities, so that they can have those same opportunities available. Absolutely. I quite agree with you. I completely do. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Well, give me 1 second.
Go ahead, Mr.
Listen,
Kiji.
guys. This platform has plenty different hosts, and each of us come with our different styles. So OC is not doing anything different today. That's her style, and we agree with it, and that's why I'm here. And Rudolph gave her the platform to bring the show the way she wants to be. She bring this show up, and I think everybody should be fine with that. Some of us don't like the way I present, and but like I say, once the brigade commander changes in the barracks, the parade changes, and that's it. New commander, new parade. You can't expect the same person to do the same thing you like. So let's be comforted by the way she wants to present it. She wants to go with solutions, and it's not if we're lacking solutions. She wants solutions. So let's come with solutions. If we don't have solutions, we can wait till a topic where we have solutions or want to discuss freely, and then we can come in on that. Let's not make it look as if she's combatant, because you make her become combatant, and then people make all kinds of comments. That's the way she wants. That is what she wants, and she's on the throne now. She's on the hot seat. Let us allow her to moderate the way she wants it. I appreciate all of you, and of course, we hold people in the highest esteem, but we also have to follow the rules as laid down by the moderator. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. KJ. Mr. Buzo, welcome. Greetings to you, sir. Greetings, morning, afternoon, evening. I'm sure you know what we're talking about, and whichever way you want to go, you can start.
Yeah, Auntie, I agree to OC. KJ,
welcome, Uncle.
Mask and flagship, Helena. My own party on the topic, I don't have anything to say on the topic, but I came in because what Flagship said, that prompted me to join so I can add to what he have already said. By this time, last 4 years, the same platform that all of us gathered, shouting and making noise, how to better Nigeria. That's when this show, become big, somebody else. Mama H.O. was shouting, everyone was shouting, Shawara, my son, you guys are my son, try to change Nigeria. But at the end of the day, we all stay awake on election day. After one or two, all of us contributed, nothing comes out. We still here talking. So last year, I think we did 1 or 2 in my place. I found out that end of the day, like in my community, in my village square, we have about 5 polling units there. The 5 polling units was monitored by the community youth people in my community. We told them, well, look at what you want. At the end of the day, the same guys that will in power is the one that rigged the election, that burn up the ballot paper, pick up their own, somebody that called them on the phone, hey, I'm giving you guys 10K, destroy the other electrical material, pick up one for this particular party, big away with it, that's how it is. They were all caught on camera. We saw them. I called a few of them. I say, hey, every day you call me, we need this for security. We need this to do the road. We need uniform for security. We need torchlight. We need this. We provide this. Now, we told you guys, guide the election material. You guys are the one that also do what? Go away with it. So we put 1 or 2 strategies. For the past 2 months here, we have been meeting, trying to, no matter the party, that's what I tell people to do. It doesn't matter the party that the person come for. That problem of Nigeria, what I found out that it doesn't, if as far as my brother, even though he's a thief, let him rule because of our turn. That problem of Nigeria. As far as my brother, let him rule, even though he's a thief, doesn't matter. As far as it's my brother that is ruling. I don't know how you affect every other person. So here, what we're trying to do is to figure out who would be the best candidate, no matter the party that person belongs to. When we do that, we try to mobilize the youth, because I spend a lot of money on my own community, grading of road, do that. The people in party doesn't help. So organizing the youth in a situation that, okay, put them on stand that if you guys don't do this, we want you guys to do. All the help you are getting from us here, from the schools and everything, we are going to stop it. we're going to the football match, everything we organize, we're going to stop it, no matter what it is. So we have a meeting with them to also comply of, okay, allowing the whole thing to flow according to how people want it. And secondly, most of the people doesn't even know the party, the party or the candidate they're into. They don't even know about them. It's we, like my own kindred meeting. I tell them, so person, look at what he's doing from my local government. They only know their name. They don't know what they have achieved, what they have done. They don't have that capability of internet or what they have done. So it's me that I've been telling them, so person, you know his name, but look at his position, look at what he's doing. So person, look at what he was done, look at what he has impacted, look at what he has done that is not good. This way I don't think it's going to be good to rule the community or to rule the local government, to rule wherever. So that's the one part we are taking to organize ourselves here. Number one, organize the people that are going to rule the election. That the youth of my community is going to rule the election. They're not going to come from the state house to come and do the election. It's the same people that is in my community that is going to pick up the power, pick up the whole thing and rig it. So we are trying to sanitize them, make them know that there's no point of doing this because we are suffering here to raise all those money. If you do that, that means our suffering continue. So that's where we are what we are doing on our own part to make sure to let them know that they are the one that going to deliver the news, not the politicians in Abuja. So the people on ground are the one that are going to pull up this thing, burn one to burn, take one to take. So that only part and do it. So it's a very good topic. At least if we were able to do this, then I'm coming here to you try. You know, everybody as KJ said, everybody have their own people they like or they dislike. You know, following everything step by step. I was here when OVA was, this is not a damage show. This is not one man KJ. This is not a forefather that you can like okay, bully. They will just shut up. They shout. But you are different. So you study person, you know how. So you just take it with us. That's how we are being here. So little by little, we understand you and also join you to like this like a family though. Forget how OVA is like a family. So we'll join you to like go to that step. You know, if you beat a picking one hand, you don't have drum, but it's not easy to host. They all tried it. They have their own station they host. It's not easy. But at the end of the day, just little by little, we'll get there to feast Nigeria. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Uzo. I know Ovi. Ovi is my brother. So I can do Ovi anyhow I like. You know, get choice. That's why I'm actually harder on him because he should know better. For my own state, we have a lot of work to do. What is Ovie doing? What is he do? Does he have on ground? Ovie, if you are listening, what does he have on ground? Not be to come here. I come to Dr. Damages sometimes. He's complain from morning to night. They are not there for campaign lane. I there for let's know what we are doing. 2027 is critical. We must get it right. For the sake of now they born children, now one marry 17 wives, now get descendants one live. If you now not live better country for them, they not go remember where they come from. And there's such a thing as identity crisis. It's already creeping up on some Nigerians. It's already happening. We're only how many generations out? It's not, most of them, some of our children not fit go village. Una not fit tell our children, so I go my village for Christmas. They don't know roads. So what are we talking about? So again, if Dr. Damage is not saying I no send, you know concern me. I come here to come scatter everywhere. Who not like him, make he enter house. I owe no one no apology, right? For those who are sane-minded and they say, why should they shout like this? Now that make me they talk. But the others, I have no apology. I know all of them. I have no apologies whatsoever. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Mr. Victory, greetings to you. Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon.
I'm all here.
Sir? Who's calling me?
Please, I beg you, make I add one thing
Okay,
to
go ahead.
what my brother just said just now.
Yes.
And I'm glad he mentioned that. Escaped my memory. One other thing that we are doing, we're not saying too much about it now, but when August 19th comes, is partnership. Like you said, this 2027 is a do or leave affair. We have to get it right. We are partnering or looking to partnering with churches. If they can give us 30 minutes out of their time every Bible study days or their week meeting days, so that we come and bring education, like my brother who just spoke now, that talked about educating the people, because a lot of them really don't know. That's why I said a minute ago that I don't like to hit hard on the people and blame them for what they are not doing. A lot of them need a lot of awareness to be created. So churches is one place you can find them. And we want to partner with the churches. Even if they have to bill us, we will pay. But we just need 30 minutes out of that meeting day to come talk to the people about 2027 and what is at stake. And whatever choices they choose to make, at that point is left to them. So thank you, my brother, for highlighting that one. It's part of what we have on the table also to work with this time.
Can I give an insight on churches parts, but I'll partake in that. Okay, I'm a Catholic, all right? If you come to Catholic now, we have what they call JDPC, Judges Peace Commission Development, all right? They monitor election since right from time. So you don't need to pay, you don't need to do anything. If you can go to the coordinator, it's all over Nigeria, all over, every Catholic will have it.
Okay.
It's their duty.
Okay.
Don't let them.
Sorry, what's the name again? I need to take it down.
JDPC.
JDPC.
Yeah, they have this in Yaba. Yeah, they have their headquarters in Yaba. So
thank you for letting me know.
It's part of Catholic Church.
Yeah, it's a group of people. Yeah, so sanitize, monitor election, give their own report, like non-government this thing. So part of the church, the group, youths, elderly people, everybody can join. And on the election day, they also send people to go and monitor and bring back reports. So we'll be doing that.
Do they meet is it every week they meet?
Yeah, they meet every week. Depend the church, how they meet. Monthly meeting, weekly meeting, they give reports.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that. I've noted it down. I will pass it across.
Yeah.
So they get to them.
So it's justice. So it's Justice, Development and Peace.
Peace Commission.
Is it Justice and Peace Caritas? Or
no, Commission. It's a Commission. Justice, Development, Peace Commission. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's great information right there. Because some people, a lot of people may not even know. Me, I didn't even know. So okay, I'm glad I've taken. So you said they monitor elections, anyways, right? Mm-hmm. So we can reach out to them, and okay, awesome.
They can also lecture. The people know them. Give lecture and how things. Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking notes. Thank you so much. Thank you. This has been very great. I wanted to also point, you mentioned that some of the people that you even provide resources to make sure that they do not snatch the election and all of that, they're the ones who end up selling out at the end of the day. So my question to you is that, for people in different communities, you have people like that. People must know the family members of these people. Don't they know their family members that, people can go and meet with and talk and engage with, and if necessary, you do the other thing right to them. So, I'm just saying, isn't that something that can be done? I know, the flagship, you mentioned that you're not too hard on them, but, and I also know that you mentioned that there's an education, like you talk to them, you try to open their minds to help them understand the consequences of, So I'm wondering, I think we should bear this in mind, that they have family members too that they care for and all of that. So it's important to know them to their homes and know where they come from. That's
yes, you're right, my sister. It's believe it or not, to Niger at the moment, it's the highest bidder. But these people are committed people, and we're not disclosing who they are. We don't want anybody to know who they are. They are not going to be. You will not know where the internet source we are providing is there. It's going to be in a vehicle. It's parked there. It transmits to close to almost 30 miles.
Is that what is the same a kind of plot that Segios Ogun, I think he also mentioned stuff like that. Like they have vehicles that I don't
Yes,
know if you
you
Segios
buy
Ogun.
you buy it.
Right.
In fact, you don't need any special installation as long as it's
Wow.
powered. You put it in the vehicle,
Okay.
drive down there, turn it on, and you
Yeah.
have the codes. Walk in there, give it to whoever has access to the what's it called, the portal that
Right.
needs to upload the result. They provide it
Okay.
to them. The signal strength is strong. And once it's done, you shut it down, you drive off. They don't need to know. We don't want them to know who these people are
Who these
because
people are? Yeah, that's
we
what
don't
Segios
want
Ogun
any
was saying.
compromise at all. So
Okay.
they are
Yeah.
people we know to their homes. We know them very well and we trust them, and they have vowed to commit themselves to making sure that this thing worked right. So that's where we want to leave it. We're not pointing anybody out, so nobody
Right.
can compromise them. And I encourage everybody else to do the same. You can find one or two trusted people. It doesn't have to be a lot.
Right.
If you have 5 people that will commit to doing this, you will go a long way. We have about 10 right now that from each ward that will accompany these results from the village square where the election will take place to Abuja where to be handed over. It's not cheap. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it's part of our investment to make sure that at least we have our awards delivered. It's not me alone. Oh, please don't get it that I'm the only one doing it. There are many people that have begun to sign up for this and are quietly strategizing, putting up structures on how they can get their own wards delivered for the right government or for right governance in Nigeria. So please,
Okay.
you can build on it. You can do whatever you want, as long as it gives us what will move Nigeria forward and provide some sort of relief to the people.
Right.
So we in the diaspora can get some breather here too.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. The flagship. I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys see anything? I don't know. Can you guys see anything? I can't see anything. So maybe
No,
it's
no,
not
not at the
sharing.
moment. No.
It's not sharing. Okay.
no.
So maybe it's for some reason I haven't been able to. There are a few things I wanted to share. I'm not able to share for whatever reason. Okay.
If you put it back, I'll try and share it for you. If you
Okay.
put it back on that slab, I'll try and share it for you.
Put it back where?
At the video where you put your video platform, you put your video clips.
Okay, can I maybe I share it in the private and then you can help me open it and share it on the screen? Is that possible, Mr. KJ?
Well, if you try it, I will
Share
see
it
if
in
it
the
will.
private email, the link so you can open it. It's the JD's PC group there. I wanted everybody to just see it.
Okay.
Let me see. Where's the private chat? Okay, let me just go here.
By the way, for a long time, Pansat have not supported anybody, so you can see that you are hitting all the good notes right now because
Mr. Pansat is here.
Pansat
Mr.
doesn't
Pansat,
support anybody. So
you see, I'm
I'm
even
really,
greeting in
I'm
Mr.
surprised
Pansat,
that
welcome.
Pansat supports. While people are calling him to come and fight you, he's supporting you. That's interesting.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pansat. I appreciate. Abio, you don't see me. Now there's Sabi they let me the drag. I don't send anybody. Make the country work. When you work, no problem. We'll go back to status quo right now. I'm sorry. Okay, let me share this. Thank you very much, Mr. Pansat. Okay. I've just shared the. Why is it taking so long to? Okay. I don't know if it's a link. Maybe you can find it with that I shared. I'm trying to post a link. It was a link I posted though. I don't know. Why is it? Interesting. Okay, Mr. KJ, if you can work with that, I just shared it to you.
I'll look for it. I can see it, but it's not opening. I'll look for it and see why.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Victory, welcome. Greetings to you. Good
Thank
afternoon.
you.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you,
evening.
OC.
Welcome.
Yeah, OC, don't mind those people that are talking nonsense. Write down my person. Write down, please. Lash them very well. You know, look at where Nigeria is now. They are here running their mouths. Men that are acting like bunch of women. You know, go and fix your country. You know, so for me, like what's I'm from the view of what Flagship is saying. For me, what I'm targeting is churches, you know, to give them education. So, for example, every Sunday, you can just pick like 30 to 40 people or 50 people, make so much jollof rice, tell them that you want to tell them about what's happening in Nigeria. Tune in for me and let's break down what is happening in Nigeria to them so that they get the message, because some of them don't even know what's happening, you know? So you need to take the message to the people and the importance of them getting involved in the election cycle that is coming. Because otherwise, they're going to die in more poverty. Their children will die in poverty. I personally cannot sit here and let people like Kulata or that miscreant called One Man Show, you know, intimidate me in Nigeria. For what? Who fight and die there? You know, they're not born their way. If you declare that you don't want Nigeria to be better, so that I'll be stuck abroad doing what exactly? While my country have everything that it takes for everyone to live a happy life, you know, because you decided that you're benefiting from the government, or you're a tribal bigot. That's why you're taking that position. What other reason could it be? That you see what is wrong and you're hell bent on staying on that wrong path. No, they are not the only one that is mad. If they've decided that they want to run mad, me myself, I want to run mad too. So at the end, madness will cure madness. That is my view. You know, so like I said, what I'm doing specifically is targeting churches, you know, explaining, breaking down what is happening in Nigeria to them. My own view is that nobody in Nigeria can pretend that they don't know what is happening. You must know. And you know, the one that is buying petrol for £1,400. And I was speaking to some people yesterday, I told them that even here in the UK, when petrol price just increased by 20% because of this Iran crisis, from about 145p or averagely to about 165p. They are saying that since February till now this year, people are leaking petrol of £200,000 every day. That people will just go into the petrol station feeling that can drive off, or they will just go to the cash and say, listen, I don't have money, I can't pay. That's just 20% increment. And Tinubu did over 700% increment, and Nigerians are there looking at him. What sort of people are this? You know, so if they push you to the wall, you break the wall and go back inside, you push back. And look at what Flagship was saying. That's what my view is clear. People think these people are powerful. They're not. If Nigeria come out, if only 1 million Nigeria come out, Tinubu run away. You know? So the people need to know the power that they have. That if somebody is bullying you, you need to stand up to the bully. At some point, say, what's going on here? Because if you don't, they will keep pushing and pushing, and they will take everything. And they will become a slave in our own country. For what? You know, so my view is clear that we that are here in the diaspora, if we want a better government, you need to do everything to make sure that you put that better government in place. You know, I've seen a lot of them come on different platforms. They will just be constantly confused. They will talk left, talk right. You can't really tell where they are standing. How can a man not know where he's standing? You know, going left, going right, you don't know what do you stand for as a man. You cannot say anything. So, like I said, my own is clear that either we'll stand up and face these people once and for all, or we'll continue to run away from our country. Our children will not be able to go back home. Imagine if I'm thinking of going back home with my family. I have to be planning for security first. I have to calculate the cost of how much am I going to pay for security to protect me when I'm there. Why do I have to do that? Because they've turned the country into a mess. And these people that are supporting the same system, they know that the country is not working because they are benefiting from it immediately, or their family members, or They are simply tribal bigots. They just want their tribe man to be there, not that they are getting anything from it, because that's how they wire their head. And at a point, we have to say enough is enough. Enough is enough, that this thing cannot continue. Otherwise, God, imagine if this man wins the last election. What do you think is going to happen to Nigeria? It's bye-bye Nigeria. You know? So we have to do our part. Like I said, my own is to work with the churches. That's the angle that I'm focusing on, and educate them, because a lot of people, I'm afraid to say, a lot of Nigerians, there's high level of ignorance in Nigeria. You need to tell them, for example, when you transfer money in your bank account, they are charging you 50 naira. All the money, what is Tinubu doing with this money? He cannot account for it. What are you doing with all the taxes you're collecting? You're collecting money from port. Every angle, this man is taxing people. Where is the money? Until we start asking these real questions, these people will just keep messing around with us. Look at this Baja Gate or whatever they call it. Fake agency. If they tell you that Nigeria will ever get to that level, who will believe this? And the man is still there. Nothing has happened. They will say they are doing investigation. It's just a whitewash. Nothing is going to come up from it. So these people are head bent. Like I said there, I always say people that the people that are ruling Nigeria right now, they are very wicked. These people are wicked, extremely wicked people. Because Nigeria have no issue to be like suffering at all. There's enough for all of us to eat. It will have more than enough. How can people be chased from their ancestral home for over 10 years? No one is doing anything about it. You imagine you're staying in your house, somebody come and buy people, everybody will run away. They will take over the place, rename it after whoever they want to remain here, and they will start mining resources from there. These people are wicked. These are extremely wicked people. They have no human sympathy at all. So, like I said, I will end at that. I'm encouraging people, if you know, have your family member back home, if you're a Muslim, tap into your. I always look at the community, because the community coming together has a bigger strength. Tap into your community. If you're a Muslim, go to your mosque and speak to people there and educate them. Christian, the same thing. That's because they go to church every Sunday. They go to mosque every Friday. So you're always going to get a large group of people that you can work with to educate them that this is what is happening. You cannot pretend that you don't know what is happening in Nigeria. You know. What are you going to do about it? You know? So I'll leave you at that. Thank you, Amori. Please write on. Well, I like what you're doing so far. Anybody that come and talk rubbish, you lash them very well. Rubbish.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victory. I really appreciate you saying that your own is to go to church and try to talk to the people in the church. We need so many voices on regarding the church. So many people that will be able to access members in the church to educate them, to help them understand their lives are at stake. Everybody's life is at stake in Nigeria. It's turn by turn. You might think, oh, it's them it's happening to. It's them. Today it will show up in front of your house. You will be shocked that thing you were looking very far away is now here. If all of us, every one of us here, we are doing what we're supposed to do you know that the problems we have in Nigeria will not be as much as this? It will not be. If everybody gets involved, whether you're a Muslim or whether you're a Christian or you're talking, no, look at now, since the cardinal spoke up, everybody suddenly has found their voices. This is the power of speaking and challenging the institution to its face. Face, you stand up to bullies. You don't back down. Since the cardinal spoke in Aso Rock, everybody has suddenly found their voices. Even our Muslim brothers and sisters are coming out and calling out their imams and calling out their emirs and say, why are you not, look at this man went to speak the truth. Why are you not speaking the truth? This is what we need as a nation. If the country good, it's good for everybody. It's good for, oh, thank you so much for all the people. Mr. Pansat, now start my people in the house. Oscar, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, if all of us, they do anything we're supposed to do, you know, say Boko Haram not go try the rubbish when they try for Middle Belt. They not go try him because they go say, man, all these people go come together. Everybody from the south, from the north, for everybody go join, go tackle that Boko Haram. But because we have chosen, they have divided us and we have bought into that division, some people just they suffer, they go, they suffer, they go while we watch. And you want me to talk soft? How do I talk soft when people's lives, people are unaliving every day? Is that normal to anybody? People are unaliving every day in Nigeria. Every day you wake up, you check the news. We have normalized people buying in Nigeria every day. It doesn't make sense. We don't know. You know what that is doing to you psychologically? And we think that when it's happening in the middle belt in the north, oh, you're not them. No. When it will show up in is it not showing up in everywhere now? This is the problem with silence and complaining without real-time solutions. We need to understand that when you come for one, you come for all. That's how it ought to be in Nigeria. As great as that nation is, we ought to have that attitude towards one another. It doesn't matter even if not traditionalism, not babalawo. You come for them, you come for all of us. It's the silence and the consign me attitude now get us reach where we did. So where we go complain, we see waiting bad. We go complain about them. We not go prefer solution. We not go even try or make effort. So we even see what we fit do. Now the problem when we get for Nigeria be that we cannot continue like that. We can't.
Sorry, Omori, just one quick thing. I was just going to add to this that even if my own view is that it's clear that we're going to declare the result on the polling unit. What flag is we say that I don't even want to waste my time, go to any collation center, local government collation center, then you go to the state, then you go to Abuja. No, we will declare the election at the polling unit. That's the real result, and we'll publish it, and that's what we're going to go with. If I make let them declare wherever they want to declare. What we'll declare on the polling unit, that's the result we're going to stick with. And they have to get this message into their head, into that thick skull. What would that polling unit result? That is the result. If they like, they can do whatever they want to do, or whatever, anything they want to do. That result of the polling unit result, that is the true result. That is done everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. You are right. And that's what, Mr. James, sorry, I'll come to you quickly. Let me just... So that's what everybody's saying, that the results should be declared at the polling unit. Even though we're going to escort them to the coalition center still, but we would have we don't get our own result for polling unit. Nobody they come out. That day when they go with mattress. And I want to use before I forget. If you know you can go to Nigeria, carry your karanga and go and vote in your polling unit in Nigeria. As many diasporans that can vote, go back home and vote. Mr. James, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, sorry, Mr. James. I just want to seek your permission. When Mr. James speaks, I just want to add to what Victory said. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. James, go ahead.
Number of people have spoken well. The issue is this. What we are discussing now can be likened to a military coup. I'm not saying it's a military coup. It can be likened to a military coup. When soldiers are plotting to overthrow a government, it's a deep secret. They don't reveal it now. Send all the strategies, how we go to churches and things like that. Remember that money is not their problem. Since they already know that we go to churches, they will also go there with sackload of money. This is one thing we should have in mind. So whatever we are planning should be deep secret. It's only sudden surprise that will sweep these guys out of power. If you want to plot in their presence, it's like a slave.
Mr. James, we can't hear you anymore. I think your connection or something.
Plotting is escape in the presence of...
Right.
I'm frozen.
Yeah,
Good.
you're frozen. Yeah,
I'm saying this for one reason. if you check the comments column all the time, there are people making comments, listening to us, but they never come on board. These are spies monitoring all platforms, and they have their coalition center where they remit everything to their people at home. They also plan their strategies. Remember, as I said earlier on, money is never their problem. If you give them $1 million or $1 trillion, they have more than that to undo what you have done. So this is not the appropriate place for us to discuss what we are doing to flush this nuisance out of power. This is not the place at all.
Okay.
Well,
Mr. French, if you want to respond, go ahead, sir.
Yes, Mr. James, while I appreciate your concern, well, let me let you know that Nigerians are they are in a very desperate situation now, that the money that is being given to them by whoever doesn't make any sense to them. They complain. We talk to them. We go out. We hear from them on the streets. The fact that they have deep pockets, it's not sufficient enough to buy the souls and conscience of Nigerians. You see that money that you're talking about that they give to them in 5 kg bag of rice, 1 can of tin tomatoes, and the rest of them, they are beginning to realize that they are more than that. The little groundwork that is going on in Nigeria now is sensitizing the people to know that they are more than that. And a lot of them are beginning to have a rethink. And it's going as far as to they gathering themselves up to match up any physical energy that is brought to them on that day. So Nigerians are fed up with the status quo as it is. They are ready to do whatever it takes to get them to where they think it will be better than where they are now. So whatever we are saying here is no big secret that's not known to the opposition or whoever the incumbent forces are. We're only telling our people to get their PVCs, go to the polling stations, vote, stay there while they count the vote, follow it to where it will be collated to make sure what you counted at the polling station is the same as what is being reported at the collation center, and until it gets to its final destination. There's no top secret in that. We're not afraid at this point, because if you stay afraid, you die. If you go head on, you may survive. So let's not discourage the people. Let's not try to make them feel like, or whoever it is that is planning on strategies on how to make this thing right at home for the people, providing whatever support and resources that they want to provide, to think that these people with their money can circumvent our efforts. I don't think it is. I don't think they can. Again, Osun State is a big, big revelation of how far they can go with their deep pockets. They are afraid too. And they are very afraid of what the people can do if they come together. So let what we do be to bring that synergy amongst the people to know what is right and go to the polls to do the right thing. And I think we will get it right if we put that positive energy to it. I appreciate your concern, but I think we've got what it takes to turn things around.
I think Master wanted to say something. Let me just take a minute.
Go ahead. Yes, Mr.
To push back between Flagship and a little Mr. James on the two sides. What I want to say is, in time of, like, I put my money where my mouth is. All right, I can only assure you that in my own community, their vote counts. I can only assure you that, okay, this or that, this or that. But on the last moment, I will not assure what's going to happen, because those guys, they change, like, election. I've been monitoring election. They change their mind like a seconds after promising you that they won't. A second is a promise, they will change their mind with the cash. They just twist instantly. You'll be surprised. It's not the same person. Yeah. So as I said earlier on, what we are doing is to tell those guys that, look, all this thing, and an example, if you don't impart it in their life from time, don't think you can tell you they will answer you. If you have been away and overseas 5 years, 10 years, you don't even call village, say, how you guys doing? they play football match, you don't say, oh, you donated a JC of 20,000. You can't call them to, they will not even listen to you. They will not even listen to you. Like there are people that are going to vote. There are people that are going to carry Udo ballot buses. All right, they won't listen to you. And secondly, as Mr. James said, as Flagship said, I mean, I stay in Oshodi. All right, I stay in Oshodi. So if I call one or two, say, guys, who are you voting for? Make sure you guys don't collect money. Okay. So one tell me that if anybody bring money, somebody who is going to vote for. I saw all this suffering every day. Boss, send me money. Hey, boss, the boys are hungry. Hey, your boys are hungry. So you guys not tired. End of the day, 9 minutes, they will all collect money to come or vote whatever they want. And second, let me bring this into awareness also. I've said this thing before. Most youths are voting. That we are going to sanitize. Most youths are voting with anger, and they're voting Tinubu to revenge for people that vote Tinubu. Let the suffering continue. That has been a play that is going on. If you don't sanitize that thing, my brothers, most of them are on different market. What their hunting is that let the suffering continue. They're going to put back Tinubu there. Let the suffering continue for 8 years. So everyone can learn lesson. So that's what me myself. But more people I know that live in Lagos, I know that okay, let's try to tell them this is not because of you wanted this particular candidate in 2023, didn't work out. It's okay, revenge votes. Let revenge votes. Let vote for everybody. Part is suffering. So if you call people, most people it has been going on after the court judgments, after the Supreme Court judgment. This have been going on the revenge votes. That's the only thing I just want to add. So let's be aware of that people are going to vote on revenge vote, not that what they want. The job like Donald Trump vote and the Kamala Harris. Most Nigerian men vote for Donald Trump because of woman power. All my friends, because they want the woman to rule, because they have one issue, they vote for Donald Trump. They come back again and tell you that it's not because Donald Trump is the best. We voted him because of I don't want a woman to be in power to rule over me. So that's a revenge type of vote. So we need to sanitize that also to see how it's going to work for us. Thank you, though.
Yes, thank you very much for your. I'm sorry, let me just ask a question. Assuming on election day, there is total internet blackout in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what will be the outcome? Because of what we are disclosing now, that day, there will be total internet blackout throughout the Federation. How do we handle the situation?
Okay, so I'll tell you how we handle it.
Sorry, Flagship. Let me
I'll
just
tell you how we handle it. Mr. James, I'll respond briefly to you. Yes, we know they used it in 2023. They turned stuff off. They dropped down broadband in Nigeria, so the polling stations will not be able to transmit. That's because they have control over it, right? Starlink, they don't have control over it. They can't turn it off. You put it on, you can transmit. The only thing they can do is go turn off the beavers if they choose to do it again, or come up with some excuse that there's some problem there. That is why we are providing internet access to them that cannot be controlled by the government. We thought about it. We know it will work. If we put it there, they get access to it. If they like, they can turn off all the internet in Nigeria that they provide. It will still be able to transmit the data. If the main server that controls the reception of these results is turned off, then that's on them. That's why we say that we need the parties at their top level to ensure that they have watchdogs up there that can monitor these things to make sure that what they did in 2023 does not repeat itself at the main headquarters in Abuja. So if it comes to the internet, we found solution to that. Let them turn off their own services. We have what can sustain the election on that day.
That is good, but we should keep it secret.
Well, I mean, there's no secret. Well, yeah, I agree with you, Mr. James. And the secret part of it is they will not know where it is. They will not know who is holding it. is right there in the midst of the people.
But Flash is,
where it
Mr.
is.
James is right though. If I'm the one having a tablet, I can decide to use the internet I want to use.
But if you have the access code to it now,
yeah. Let's Basca talk though. Basca will be waiting here. No, like.
I can go ahead, moderator.
Yes, you may, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. Well, you see, Mr. James, there is what is called strategic hierarchy. This thing Flagship is saying, the alternate picture is a pessimistic picture where we are to keep quiet and to say, oh, we are going to go and do it in silence. Is to make the people believe that there's no help coming, that there's no solution to our problems, and that there's nobody with us. And from a strategic hierarchy, that is the most important thing. You need to know, you need to tell people that, look, don't worry, there's help on the way, you are not alone. And the beauty is that when Flagship speaks, now you can see almost everybody is doing something on his own. And that's the first line of, if there is going to be a war in the olden days, the first thing is you must sound a trumpet. So everybody will know that, okay, let's all come together. You can't blow the trumpet in secret. You have to let people know that, look, this country is not, there are people who have not given up on the country. That is the beauty of what Flagship is saying, and the fact that people are convinced that the situation is salvageable. So even for the people who have given hope or given up, you are now giving them hope. They can go and look at the problem and say, okay, is this thing going to work? And if we are smart people, then we can now come and say, okay, this is how to tweak it. I take your point. There are certain level you take things that you have to do it in secret, but from a strategic character, the fact is that you need to let other people know that, okay, we're all working together and there are things that we are doing. It's very, very important. Very, very important that Nigerians know that there is a majority of Nigerians that are not giving up on them. It's very, very important. But that's not really why I even wanted to really say. But I think it's important. I take your point, Mr. James. Get it right. You're absolutely correct. At a certain level, there are things that you cannot let your opponent know that this is exactly how you're going to do it. But I think the starting point, this is just like sounding the trumpet for war, that everybody needs to get ready. Get your own little weapon that you can have. We are all going to fight collectively. We may win, we may lose, but the fact of the matter is that we will fight. We will die standing. This is what I would expect every Nigerian to have at the back of his mind. Not because we are Nigerians. For me, it's even bigger than that, because we are black people. And we've suffered so much. And we Nigerians are the leaders of the black people, whether we like it or not. It's not a question of whether we are the biggest country. If you look at the kind of history we've gone through, the hope is on us. If you do the research of the kind of resources God has given us, the hope is on us. If you look at the kind of people we have grown to be, the hope is on us. We cannot afford to give people the idea that we have even given up on ourselves, on our own country. That would be very, very bad and very unfair to the black race. But like I said, that's not the key thing that I'd wanted to say. Victory, and I think even Flagship, what I really would continue to hammer is that it's good to do things at the local level, but in the end, what really will count is to have a coalition platform. The numbers must add up. Okay, you can do things at your own level, but some of us must work together. And it's very basic. Even if you do an Excel sheet where somebody can be putting it up, and I keep repeating, even on this platform, we may not say anything, but it's just a spreadsheet with all the local governments, with all the states. Once we get the result of something, you put it there. We are not announcing. We are not saying that this is who will be. This is what we see on ground. We are journalists. This is the result. Nobody can kill us. And if they kill us, it's a good sacrifice. It's Sincerely. So I think that we must keep that in mind also. We can do it at individual level, but on that day, there has to be some sort of collation of numbers that is independent. I keep saying it should be from the diaspora level. Because if they know that in my house here, I'm collecting this thing, Mr. James is right. They can remember some traffic light I violated, and before you know it, they come and surround my house and carry everything. You know, so we must be at that strategic level also. We must do this thing from outside the country, even though we know that it's all Nigerians that are doing it. And then the last point I really wanted to make also is still in respect to what James is saying, where they can black out the internet. But the fact of the matter is that we should be smart people. I said, if you take a picture of what's happening there, if you take a picture of the result, let them hold internet for 10,000 years. The picture of the results are going to be there. And the truth is that Nigerians are very smart. Forget about what you people think that you are doing in diaspora. I'm here in Nigeria. Nigerian young people are very smart. Day before yesterday, some people came to my house. If you hear the way they are talking about AI, you'll be shocked. Our payment system today in Nigeria is better than that of the US. I can tell you that. So we are not.
I agree.
Go and sit down. Look at this result. What do you know? You are outside there. You don't know anything. Go and sit down, my brother. Our young people are doing very smart things, so I'm sure they will find a solution to it. But let's give them the leadership. Let's give them the hope. Let's give them the direction that this is where we need everybody to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A very insightful conversations. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying myself. I should have been gone by now, but because of the information that I'm getting from here, I'm like, maybe I should press on. Perhaps I'll get more information, because I'll be very honest with you guys. I've taken down notes. Actually, I'm screen recording this particular segment because of the solutions that I have heard here that I haven't even come across before in the platforms that I've been in. So you see how this is why it's important for us. And you are right, Mr. Masker. Whatever we're doing has to come from the diaspora, and I think that's what's happening. So the reason why, I do understand, Mr. James, I understand your concern. I agree with you that a lot of things needs to be kept under wraps, but with technology now, basically there's not much they can do, right? Even though, yes, the core of the things that we need to do with regards to using the technology will be kept under wraps, meaning you might not even know who is recording. You will not know. You can't know who's recording, right? So there's so many things that are in place that everybody's working on in the diaspora that I can't share completely. That's part of the secrecy, right? I can't share all that completely, but it's important for people to know that these things, there are people actually working on these things out there, so that they too will be encouraged. Because remember, as the flagship said, on ground, Nigerians have been beaten down. They are literally relying on us in the diaspora to be their voice. And the ones who still have the energy to talk from Nigeria, they are relying on us. So the reason why we are putting out some of this information is so that they will know that they are not alone, and there are things happening on the ground to keep them encouraged, because we need a critical mass to come out. Yes, they have written the results, if I want to agree. Yes, they have done that. But guess what? They still need to put the elections together and do the elections to give an image, to show to the world that, oh, see, we're a democratic nation. That is why they're still going to go forward with elections. And people will still need to come out, because they can't just write results and come out and say, oh, by the way. So they still need to make everybody think or believe that there's some form of democracy in the system that we're running. So this is where we all come in. This is where we need the critical mass of people to come out from every corner of Nigeria, from your village, inside Wherever you are, even if inside the hole, you have to reach people there and let them know, speak to them in a language that they understand. This is the reason why we are pushing this. And I have to say, we've recorded some successes, but we need more. We need more because we need millions of people to be involved in this, you know. So I really want to appreciate you guys for taking this conversation on. Yes, as we
Let me just
continue.
put one out or two things, because we
Yes.
have been saying something here
Yes.
that is very, very meaningful and very, very understandable.
Okay.
Most of us, I believe here, we're all matured here, all right? So I don't want to tell you to, because looking at the whole thing, is it a partisan or any, because the way I feel, the way I think, all right? I may support you for your person, but not support you as a party, all right? If you are good, even though you are like being AMPP, and somebody bad is in Labour Party, for example, don't be Peter will be this thing. Somebody bad because of is in Labour Party, and somebody you know that is good is in PDP. What are we doing about that? Because that's what's keeping Nigeria the way it is mostly. You see somebody you know that is trustworthy because it doesn't belong to your party, it belongs to what party you support. You rather vote for that bad person than to vote a good person in a different party. Even though it doesn't matter if you're an MPP, a core party, whatever party the person belongs to, all right, let's focus our mind on voting the right person, not because of party or somebody that we know that will support is on top there. Or all that we are talking about here is mostly time is about the presidential election. But for me, I'm looking more of my Federal House of Rep, my chairperson of my local government. That person I'm looking at mostly because that's what impact is giving me a lot of impact my own way of life. That's what impact my own way of life. Yeah, the pressure level, we can also like that where that comes, we can look at person I want to, but in my community, we know everybody. We know when their mothers was married. We know where their mothers are coming from. Like the guy coming out from a local government he wanted to be he's one who wanted to take over governorship. This is a land grabber. He's the same person the APs want to use to put all the whole thing they have gathered. They want to put in there to like secure it, and which we already figured that out. We try to work against it. That's what we already figured out. All right, minus other things we are doing. So I would just say it don't matter the party if the person is good. Let's try to help person to get up there. All right, to get up there, you do more better than you know that this person is bad. He used somebody's name to ride. Now he's nowhere to be found. So that will help us a lot because not everybody here that will belong to one party. If we are saying want to be Nigeria, it's not a one party system. It's by collective effort, idea, and good stuff you bring in, not on the where I belong or where I don't belong. It be Igbo, it be Hausa, it be Yoruba, it be this, it be that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you want to be the Nigerian, when you reach that extent that you want to put that my own person better than my own person, then that means we are not trying to build one Nigeria or my own party is better than your own party. Every party have good and the bad people on it. It doesn't matter where you be. People have good and the bad people on it. It doesn't matter who the place. Even when God created heaven and earth, that you are the bad angel and the good angel that God created. Everything was not smooth. Everything was not smooth. So every party have good and bad. So I don't call where you belong to the party I belong to, and you are bad, I vote for it for that. So that's what I just want to trip in a little, and so people should not disappoint also. Like when I came to this country, I'll try all these things we do it. I did this even the time of Rogers Okorocha, that my governor. He came here. He begged for money. My uncles gather money, tell him what to do that. He promised them heaven and earth. When he went back, he did what he wanted. They call him on phone, he banked their phone. So all of them decide not to even partake in any election in Nigeria. But with the youth, I said no. He said what they have seen, they want to see it again. I said no, things are changing now. Because that's what I had. When I want to participate, they say, all the people they supported, when they get to the seat, they don't even remember, they don't even pick their call anymore. I said, that's how it is, but things are changing. So your support, the way you're making the support, it's like, okay, you guys making the call, you are from a loose zone, it must be at home. Yeah. Because, and you have somebody from a zone that is more competent than person from a loose zone. Because you are from a loose zone, it must be at turn. It's just turn by turn. Let's take turn by turn out. I know, like, yeah, you work, but sometimes if you want to, even though you lost, as Peter will say, even though you lost on the ground that is do the right thing, let him lose. If you do the right thing and lose, let him lose. They don't do the wrong thing and win. You don't do the wrong thing, don't and win. It's okay, I have won, and you did the wrong thing. All of us, so we are going to be supporters. Yeah, we know his preaching is that he's often to get to the as a he's listen to, he's often to get to that position that you do the wrong thing to get there. Let not to get even let him fail. That's what he preached. Not even he's often to be a president through the wrong door, through the back door. Let him fail. He will decide to fail. So instead of us, if instead of us to put somebody that in a wrong from corner anyhow, let us do the right thing. Even though we didn't succeed, we'll try again. I will get it right in a normal, because anyhow we do it and get it right this time around. We'll set a template. If you do wrong to get to put person there, we'll also set a template in the way that that's going to be followed. But we'll do it right and get it right. That's a template. Remember, Yaradua said that he wanted to change it, then God didn't allow him to stay. That him being here, he didn't follow the right door to be here. So he was working to change it, but he never changed it. And nobody have already occurred. So let's do the right thing, we change it, we can move ahead from there. We'll set a template, we can go from there. And also after this election, I think if it's a lobbying, we can lobby into any, I know we all know people. We all know people in the government who can lobby into from that. We are not together. If you are together, we'll lobby for diaspora voting. There's lobbying who can lobby one or two. It's money, all of them there. Every lobbying is money. We'll gather one or two, $10, $50. We'll give, they start pushing bills. We'll start lobbying to see if we are going to get transfer. If we have diaspora voting right now, all this in there, now all of them will be flying private jets here to talk to people in diaspora. But we don't have that. So even though we will do, let's start that topic, diaspora voting, if we can get it going. This is an internet time, everybody can vote. I have my bank account. All of us have a bank account in Nigeria. We have a potential passport, you have a BVN, we have everything. I don't know why we cannot vote, because the system, I want the system to roll. You know, the system roll, they can't determine how if you don't know that the system is working, that that's why I can vote. Election buying, that was already scrapped, because they can't buy me. How much are they going to give me? The money, how much are they going to give me? The money are going to give me, maybe if I go to bar to drink, whether I go to bar, maybe a shot of Hennessy or Remy. So how will I accept that? Maybe it's a bottle of Hennessy you're going to give me if I convert it. You say you give me big money, maybe it's a bottle of Hennessy, or a bottle of even a shot of Hennessy in some bar. So why would I can accept that? So they know that they will lose. So if we can, after election, this thing, no matter who won, remember, everybody try to preserve their party. Even though it's people that win today, the NDC will try to preserve their own party and do everything to preserve it. Then it will not have a say. The people who set the standard, even though they win, I wanted to change, turn to chameleon, will be there to defend it. No matter who win today, if NDC go to the power, remember, people be going to only go for one or two terms and leave. They may like change and revise back to the old standard. But if we set a standard and use the opportunity to do something good, we may continue in future and we can all go home here, enter plane without paying $1 million, pay for bullets, pay for magazine, for somebody that you don't know to be guiding you. You know, somebody you don't know, that you don't even know who he is, carrying on, playing up and down. So that's my own. Thank you.
Sorry, Amori, I just need to take my leave now. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Victor. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah. So to your point about, for me right now, we're focusing on getting the presidency right, because as it stands in Nigeria, the president has all the powers. Okay, that's why you have a president who has everybody inside his pockets. So even if, okay, like now they said they have allowed for local governments to have their own funds so that they can run their own things. The money doesn't get to the local government. Do you know that? It doesn't. The government, the governors in the various states just pocket the money. They just go ahead and pocket that money. They don't give it to the local government, you know. So there's a lot of things, and everything they need to do has to come from above. The order is always coming from Abuja. Even your state governor, as it stands with this government in office, your state governor himself cannot even make decisions without consulting, even to have ordinary um, security forces on the ground in the state. They have to first call Abuja to give them go ahead. That's how messed up the system is. So I'm not even in right now. To be honest, I am for the best candidate, but Nigeria has not gotten to a place where you remove those sentiments of turn by turn, because historically for Nigeria now, they don't, you just hear one local government figures, they push out one governor, every one local government will just they produce governor, they go to the detriment of others. And then know that when the governor or the representative even comes, he even does for everybody. So everybody will be happy and say, even though it's not from my community, oh, look at what he was able to meet our needs. If that was the case, maybe we will not be where we are. But a lot of times these people come in and they only do stuff selfishly for themselves and they leave office. That's the problem, right? I am for let the best candidate. I don't care what party you are in, as long as it's not APC. I do not care. If you're a good candidate and you show workings, you have your precedence, you're able to tell people what you can do, people can see, and you are able, people follow you, they like, yeah, they believe in you, right? I will support you. It doesn't matter what party you're in, right? But because we have not gotten there, you hear people in this instance, people will say, oh, since we're focusing on presidency, let's vote people House of Rep, Senate, so that he will have. I'm not in support of that personally. I won't even do that. I will not support, because there are candidates that I've seen that are more capable than in other parties. So until we get the leadership right, the head of the leadership right, all these things no go make any sense. Because if you have a fair person at the top who's able to do things with fairness and justice, it will trickle down to the state, trickle down to local government, trickle down to your local communities, even to your traditional leaders will have roles that they play in this democracy, in a working system. So you don't have to, if I have a problem now in my village, right, I can go to my traditional leader based on the roles that has been assigned to him and say, this and this is happening. No. Then there are roles that will be for the local government chairman himself. I go to the local government chairman and say, guy or lady or woman, alpha, you never do this thing, no? You understand? So for me, I just think that our biggest problem right now is getting the head of the fish right. If we get the head of the fish right, every other thing we can have conversations around it. Until then, is it in this government? Nothing is happening. Nothing is working. We see it is even getting worse. You know, I was reading somewhere, the life expectancy of Nigerians now has dropped drastically. Do you know how many women lost their lives during pregnancy? It's by a lot. I don't have the data in front of me, so I don't want to quote wrong data. It's by a lot. So things have retrogressively gotten worse. So we need to get the head of the fish right first. Once we get the head of the fish right, then every other thing is up for conversation. Then we all know, and then we can talk about diaspora voting. Diaspora voting, they kicked it out the last time we pushed for it. They used left hand fling and throw it. This was Buhari's time, right? So they're not even discussing it in one man's, because the Senate is one man's bedroom. It belongs to one man. They don't even sing your national anthem. It's one man they're chanting after. they have an emperor they follow. So I just think that we need to get the head of the fish right. Then, you know, we can start thinking about all the other things. I feel that once that is sorted, you will see how quickly these things will just start to resolve themselves. And you will see how quickly the right people with the right frame of mind, with the right knowledge will start to emerge. It will be amazing. You will see them rise to the top, because not everybody is as courageous as a lot of people that are stepping out to contest in elections in Nigeria. And you can't blame them because of the filthy things that are involved, right? But they don't know that they can stand their ground and do it their way. It might take them longer, but they will get there. But, you know, with the way some Nigerians, if it's not happening right now, they get tired. No, you have to stay on these issues and remain consistent. You know, we're going to get the country if we're all of one mind and we keep talking to our people, educating them, letting them know it is you that will suffer. Boko Haram will not show up here. It is you. They will kick your door. They don't even need the invitation now. They will just open your door. Fair, collect your wife, collect your children. Eesh. You understand? So if you want, if they come, give them bag of rice that they gave you, whether it will solve your problem. You see how much they call when they want to, when they are demanding for ransom. Your 5k is not going to be enough. Anyway, there's a new person in the studio. Mr. Dexter, welcome. Greetings to you. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Can you hear me, Mr. Dexter? Okay.
Hello. I can hear you.
Okay, welcome. Yes,
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
Yeah. It seems like you guys are the strategists for the election, how the election is going to go. That's what I've been hearing here. All these strategies on how to ensure that. So I have a question actually. Yeah. So one of the big problems, I think I was telling a friend of mine, one of the big challenges with Africa is, I think on Edmond Obido's show, he said that the worst thing that the colonizers did, especially the ones that colonized Nigeria, is that yes, they gave us education, fine, they gave you education, but they took away from the average Nigerian the ability to think, okay? The ability to introspect things and think about why is this thing like this? Why is somebody talking like this? So we have this herd mentality, like, oh, there's one person that said this thing, it just keeps going that way. So the question I want to ask is this: there's this perception among Southerners in Nigeria that the North is the problem. The North has they are not educated. You know, we Southerners we have more educated people. You know, so we are more enlightened. You know, the North, they are just not enlightened. But today, if I get looking closely at the leaders of Nigeria, the ones that have ruined the country the most, and I started realizing that the ones that broke the law the most, the ones that were brazen, the ones that actually did not even allow press freedom, were actually the ones from the South. The ones that, in quotes, were educated. The ones that, in quotes, were enlightened. The ones that, in quotes, were fighting for the struggle. Just do a needs assessment between 1999 and 2026 today, and assess Yar'Adua, put Yar'Adua and Obasanjo. Who was the more democratic president? Who was actually law? One of the biggest problems Nigeria has is Nigeria is a lawless place. Let's be honest with ourselves. Nigeria is a lawless place whereby might is right. You know, people that empower just do anything brazenly. So just do a needs assessment. Yar'Adua and Obasanjo, who actually was more law-abiding president, who actually there was a semblance of at least the rule of law. Tinubu and Buhari, just do a needs assessment. So, maybe, because one of the problems we have is that we don't actually look at where it really is, where is our problem coming from? Look at the kind of people you have. SANs. Look, I was telling somebody, I think I wrote on Rufai of Senate's page, Look, in any sane country, the 2023 election, it was not hard to resolve. Any sane country, just order a recount. It's simple. There's no need to say go to court. Why are you going to court? You are doing an election. It's not to count numbers. Why didn't they just say, count? Just do a recount. Just do simply do a recount of the polling units. That is what in any sane country, that's what they will just do. Please recount the votes. Let us be sure about what we are talking about. That's what will happen. It's not, but today, you have people coming out to say, oh, because the court said it's like this, then it is like that. You have professors, SANs, the kind of thing they are defending, what they are defending, the character they are defending. You know, look, people said Buhari was military and all that, but if you look, there was at least some decorum from his handlers. The people that were in his media handlers, they still had some etiquettes. But in the present day and Nigeria today, there's nothing, no, there's absolutely nothing. Look, if you just say anything against the president, you will be rammed by all kinds of characters. So the question is this: where really is our problem coming from in Nigeria? Because we just, the truth is, if you ask an average Southerner in Nigeria, oh, the North is our problem. The people of the North, they don't know anything. I've started realizing that. I don't think that is the truth, though. I don't think so. You know, I think we've been led to believe something that is, and you know, this is the power of media. The power of media, the things you hear and the things you see influence your decision making. And we all know there's an axis of the Nigerian media has been controlled from one axis for a very long time. And so once they get you looking in the wrong direction, and because Africans, the black race, well, let me not say all of us, but we're largely not meant to be people of thought. Once we start looking in one direction, we don't turn back. We just go that way. We don't introspect. We don't do a re-evaluation. That's why we do. Look, the reasons why our institutions in Nigeria collapse is because it's copy and paste. We don't have the ability to create that. Look, the best lawyers in Nigeria, the best judges in Nigeria were the ones that were born before independence. So they were trained, they were actually trained by the British. That is the truth. So what you see in Nigeria is a country that doesn't have the ability to create and think. And even people that want to create and think, they don't even want it. You don't want it at all. Other countries are China innovating. People are innovating. But we don't want that. What we just want is copy and paste. Copy and paste. No, and look, you can see if you look at what is even happening in the young generation, you know, in the young generation, you can see that there is a focus on rewarding people without any industry, people without enterprise. That is what's happening to the next generation of Nigeria. So when you talk about neo-colonialism, it comes in different dimensions. The next generation of Nigerians today, the youngest, get an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, and ask them, what do you want to do in your life? I can tell you that they want to tell you, 90% of them will tell you, I want to be a streamer. I want to start streaming. That's the truth. Back in the days, you have people say, okay, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a soldier, I want to be, because there was the people could see the fruit of their labor there. But now, if you ask any young Nigerian now, then just go and do it. I had a young friend of mine. What is it? He ever entered secondary school? He said he wants to start doing forex. Yes, that's what he wants to do. You know, so you find out that the Nigerian society is really just completely broken and fragmented. And sometimes when we are talking here, we are just layering. Some of us are speaking in diaspora because we have a same system. Let me give you an example. Just imagine this, okay? Many of you are staying in the Western world. Do you have landlines working there? I can assure you have landlines. Don't you have landlines working there? You can pick up the landline phone, can't you? The landlines were they destroyed. In fact, some countries you go, you still see the booth, the public booth where you can pick up the phone. And if you put your coin inside, it would work. it would work. In these same countries, they have fiber optics, they have satellites, they use the GSM, but the structure, the foundation, the landline still exists. Look at Nigeria. You can't.
So, Mr. Dexter, do you have a question, or I'm trying to get the question.
So my point is this. We seem to be layering solutions in a fragmented system. And I just think that it won't work. Okay, because I think we need to first look at how fragmented.
What's your solution?
I'm not saying I have a solution. First of all, we must accept our fragmentation.
We already did.
You know, and if you accept it, you will see that saying that Nigeria will do election and all that, it's not going to really yield what we want.
Okay.
Whether you have free and fair elections in Nigeria today,
okay,
the way the system is so fragmented right now, the president that comes in and said, okay, we are fragmented, that president is ready not to wield the power of a Nigerian president.
Who do you recommend? Who do you suggest?
Oh, I am recommending you.
Okay, thank you very much for the confidence in me. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and I can actually step in and do the work in Nigeria. Yes, if given the opportunity, absolutely. Now, everything you said, I hear everything you said, and that's a long time conversation that's been going on this Dr. Damage's channel, and in other spaces that has been going on. People have been having conversations about how Nigeria started, how fragmented it is, how things are not working, how and I kind of disagree with you that Nigerians are not creative. I know you don't mean all, but when you say it like that, it seems like you're referring to everyone. And I just want to point out to the audience, we know that Nigerians are extremely creative. They are one of the 1% of this world that are creating world over. Let's put that on the one side. And then the other thing is, the problem I think we have is that most of us, it seems like some of us are still sitting in the problems of Nigeria. We're still carrying that weight. We still keep talking about it. We're not looking for a way out. We're not looking for a forward, we don't have a forward outlook of what Nigeria should be like. It did not take people that have taken their countries from where it was, however horrible, to where it is today. It wasn't rocket science. They don't have, their brains are no better than our brains. They got the president in El Salvador. Is it El Salvador? Yeah. The man came in. El Salvador was known. You guys know what he was known for. I don't want to sound like I'm bashing El Salvador, but we all know the history of El Salvador. But it took one man to come in, a young man at that. That man is in his 30s, to turn everything around. The question that I have for each and every one of us is, what are you doing? I asked that question at the beginning, and I'm asking it again, because it's not up to any one of us. Everybody, we can all, Mr. Dexter, we can sit here and complain about all the problems in Nigeria. We can apportion blame to the South, apportion blame to the North. We have sat in rooms where we had conversation. The South think the North is this. The North will say the North think the South is this. We can do this back and forth. It's not going to yield any solutions. What we should be focusing on now, which is what we're all preferring right here as we speak, is what are we going to do going forward? All the people that have been calling for revolution, let's just take the country apart, it's not going to work. I don't see any action from any one of them. It's all talk, no action. Now, there's an election coming up. We must do what we must do. Those of us that are in the diaspora that know better, that have exposed ourselves enough to understand how the human mind works and how you can live with people, how systems should be, we should take on those roles in our own small capacity, no matter how small it is. We all have things that we can all be doing. There's nothing as, my contribution is too small. No. If it is education you have, it is strategy you have, whatever solutions you have, you bring it to the table. Perhaps the election, I'm assuming for those people who think dividing or breaking up or let everybody go into their own way is the solution. Maybe 2027 will be the year. Why don't we give it a try? Maybe that election will be the year that they'll say, they did this again. Okay, we're not going to agree. Everybody to your regions. Oh, everybody. Maybe. But the only thing feasible that we're seeing right now is the election. And when you say that you think that, and I'm paraphrasing what you said here, I'm not quoting you verbatim, what it sounded like to me is that it's almost like we're just putting a band-aid on a major injury, right, of Nigeria. That's not true. There are people, real people like you and I, from the diaspora, on the ground, doing heavy work. They're not coming here. They don't have the time to come here and be talking and bantering with us. They do not have it. But they are doing major work on the ground to see what they can do to make sure that 2027 counts. My question again to all of us is, what are we doing in our own silos? We can all complain from here to forever about the ills in Nigeria, starting from the civil war, Adakaboro. We can talk about everything. That is not leading us to the solution. It's not leading us to the future. We're not going to remain in history. We have to move forward. Yes, history should be told. It should be part of school curriculum so that people will know their weaknesses and their strengths and see patterns they should not repeat. But what we're doing right here is not talking about what happened. We're not talking about that. We're talking about election is 2027. Everybody who is interested in being involved, what are you doing? If you are not interested in being involved, no problem. Sit your ass out. Sit it out. Nobody's going to come and hold you. Nobody's coming to come and drag you. Nobody's going to do that. But what we're doing is bringing about solutions. Solutions we must get. We must get that solution. We must get a working country. But what we're not going to do is continue to dig up history. We no carry us go anywhere. We know the history. But what is the solution for the future? If they teach history now, you go say from this history, going forward, these are the things we should not do to each other again, so that we can have a thriving world society. The North should not be seen as this order. The South should not be seen as order in the North. The Northern candidates should not be seen as because they are North. The Southern candidates should not be seen like because they are South. That's what we should be talking about, based on our history, based on the wrongs that have been done. This is my stance. This is what we're talking about, Mr. Dexter. So if you're not participating in the elections and you do not believe in the country, or you don't believe it's going to work, maybe this is not the conversation for you. You get what I'm saying? Because we have had these conversations times without number. We cannot keep living in the past. We got to move forward.
Sorry, Osi, I have a question for you. Very direct question. You say let me ask a question. You say we know the history. What have we done with it?
I should be asking you. I should ask you that question. No. You should provide. No. You should give me a response. No. I'm glad you asked. You should give me. You know the history. You came here. We were talking strategy here. We're talking about elections. What we need to do. This is the opportunity we have. You came up and you're bringing up history. I'm asking you. You are the one who needs to answer the question. What solutions have you preferred? Because you still have it fresh in your mind and you want to talk about it. So you give me the solution.
So,
what is the solution?
Let me say this. So I think Daily Momodu went on Nevon podcast done by Rufai Oseni. Okay. And he said that one of the problems they had in the election, so if you actually follow the 2023 election, there's something Asi Godalo was talking about before the election. We're talking about that they will have to go around Nigeria and meet the owners of Nigeria to say, take your hands take your hands off this country, let the country work. Okay? Take your hands off the country, let the country be run, let the people own their country. And then that was Asif Dodalo pre-election. Post-election, 2026, you can go and check on Nevon podcast. And then Mohammed was saying something that the owners of Nigeria, when it was time to choose that election whole thing, okay? The owners of Nigeria had different candidates. And it is the candidate, the majority of them wanted that won the election, not because he won the election by the people's vote, but because that person was more like, okay, more of the owners put their hand on that person and say, oh, yeah, this is the person we'll go with. Until we get Nigeria out of these people's hands, okay? All these things we are saying, and that's what I'm saying, we must, so when people talk about revolution,
Dexter, before you get on that, we can't go. We have a new person.
Okay,
but let me quickly say this. Let me quickly say this to you, right? If you still feel like there are owners to Nigeria, and you are not one of those owners, I don't know what to tell you. I can't even
thank you, Omoye. Thank you.
That there are people sitting in a corner that own Nigeria, and you are not an owner. I don't have any conversation to have with you. Wait, 1 second. No. You are ranting. You are ranting. Let me talk.
Dexter, allow me 1 second.
I need to talk, Mr. Dexter. Since you brought it up, because these are the kinds of conversations that really grinds my nerves. Let me tell you something, Mr. Dexter. You have just removed yourself as part of the ownership of Nigeria. So my question to you is, why are you on the panel? Now, this panel conversation is not for those who think that they're not part of Nigeria, who feel like there's some people somewhere who own Nigeria, and you don't think you own Nigeria. So because you don't feel like you own Nigeria, you have an outside attitude with Nigeria. You feel like you're a visitor, like, oh, they own. That's the narrative they've given you, they sold to you, but it is in your subconscious. I don't think that way. I own Nigeria. Nigeria is my country. Nobody here is more Nigerian than I am. I am coming to take what is rightfully mine. What do you say? Are you ready to take what is yours? Or do you want to sit on the sideline and talk about history and talk about what has not worked and talk about people who get on podcasts and talk? When are you going to talk your own solutions? How you're going to bring it about? What is going to happen? These are the questions you should be asking, not dwelling in the past. You can know the history as much as possible. What has the history done for you, for your future self in Nigeria? If the history had done so much, why are you not in Nigeria? Why are you not a representative from your state or your local government? Why are you not in the Senate office pushing policies that will work for you? Why? So please, let's not do this. Again, maybe you were not here when the show started. We're talking solutions here. I am not Dr. Damages. After I leave, you guys can go back to your regular programming of talking about history, what's not working, what's working, who blame who this, do this. I'm not interested, Mr. Dexter. And it's not about you. It's not personal. I don't have anything against you. I don't know you. I'm just telling you how I feel about this. Nigeria is very personal to me. I carry Nigeria for head. Okay, women are dying every day in Nigeria. Children are dying every day. You think I have time to be talking about what history did? No. I'm talking, knowing the history, what are we going to do to fix it? If everybody has to go their separate ways in the end, so be it. But let's start by fixing it. Please, let me come to the new person, then you can talk if you want to talk. And the Movement Radio, welcome, sir. Long time.
Omoye, my apologies. Please, can you put me back?
Omoye.
Okay. Welcome, sir.
Omoye, God bless you. I have vowed never to come on this program ever again. And Even before my vow, they have blocked me because they are afraid of the truth. They blocked Alaba Ferreira. I can't comment. My comment can't be seen. My messages can't be seen. It's okay. They're just acting the Nigerian leadership script, which is what they are. But you're a very truthful woman, and you have come here today to tell them the truth. I hope the men here will rise up to be men and listen. You see, Nigeria has only 3 problems, not tribal, not religion, only 3. 1, our collective silence. 2, the enemies within. And 3, the ruiners. I'm not interested in the ruiners, because if the enemies within are identified and castigated, our collective voices will rise and the ruiners will run away. But the problem is a lot of us work with the system and they don't even know they are working with the system. So when they kicked me out here and blocked me, we started the movement radio. This is because we know that it is the minds of our people that is in bondage. And if we can free their minds, the rest will follow. Because the biggest chain the oppressor has against the oppressed is their mind. And a lot of people historically didn't start in 1960, it didn't start in 1914. It started 450 years ago when they came to our shores. You see, the education they gave us, our parents, I can go on and on. That lady, Farida Bemba Noberema, gave it all in her paper she submitted to the international community of what it has led us to be zombies. We have become zombies in our own land. And until the chiefs rise up to be lions, nobody's coming to save us. Nobody. Trump is not coming. Nobody is coming. And all these educated people who speak big English confuse the masses, confuse matters, muddled up issues, rather than be the hope, the candle, the light that will change our people who are in darkness. They become the shame and the betrayers of that country. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here about solution. Solution is what you're doing. Solution is what every educated Nigerian should be doing. Enlightening the people, enlightening the masses, educating our people, freeing their mind, making them, changing the narrative so that they know how powerful they are. How powerful we are. Because we don't know our strength. We think the ruiners are the powerful ones. They have no power.
Your mics are on, please. Mr. Alaba, go ahead.
Okay. Good. Yes, can you hear me now? Yes, if we use our power, these ruiners will run away, but there are too many enemies within. And there are some of them with you on this panel. They come every day. They think mourning and ranting is the solution, as long as they can point a finger at somebody. As sad as the news is, Tinubu is not the problem of Nigeria. It's just a symptom of the problem. If the likes of Obasanjo and the rest have not failed, we won't be where we are. But we can drive them all out because they are all ruiners. Only if we discover ourselves with the courage God has given us, so we can live like true human beings. All these cowards that come on the here thinking they are superstars because they have a microphone, talk garbage, muddled up issues. I like the way you dealt with them today. God continue to bless you. Please tune into the movement radio where we talk about solution. Thank you for giving me a microphone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alaba. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Also, if you don't mind,
James
I just want a pushback a bit. Alaba, you see, even your being here right now is because we permitted you to be here. I will not sit here and allow you to say that and get away with it. Nobody stopped you. You are being unruly, just like what happened earlier in this program. Nobody ever stopped you from coming here. You decided on your own. And we have always encouraged people to go have their own program. If you're not being allowed to express yourself here, there's nothing that stops you from going to start your own. You see your behavior right now, and that's what you want people to tolerate on their own platform. You caused why you are stopped from coming. And you are not the first person. There are other people who have also done that. And we are not going to change the policy because of you. If you do not want what is discussed here, just like Omoye has said earlier, anybody who wants to be in her program can go and wait till when you want to be in Dr. Damage's show or the show that you have created for yourself. The internet is free, okay? But you cannot come and decide what should happen and how long you should speak and what you should speak, whether it is within the content of the program or not. So please, let's not make it look as if this platform
Omoye, with
is
your
meant for certain
permission, can
people.
I respond or I should
Okay,
just let it
so
go?
please, no, you're not going to respond because you are not here to run the program. That's always the problem. That's always the problem. So when people come, allow other people, the person moderating, to moderate it. You don't come take it over, which is what you guys have always been doing. And when that is refused, then the person becomes, doesn't give you the opportunity that you want. Look, it's a free world. The internet is free. Anybody can form a program. You don't have to be here. Okay? All right. Thank you. I just have to push it because damages is not.
A minute, Omoye, please. Please, KJ, Alaba, you are a senior man. But for real, when you said they kick you out, I was like, what happened? But it's just like somebody they say is a thief. Then you see somebody's money in the pocket, start looking at the money. You are trying to put the person wrong. Just like their reaction right now, it's not a good thing. All right? It's not you're a matured man. He was talking, he didn't, he had right to reply. The reaction, if anybody want to be against kicking you out, the reaction, you are proving them right. Because the reaction right now is not proper for a senior man.
Mr. Uzo, sorry, guys. Regardless, Mr. Alaba is still my brother. I brought him up. He requested the mic and I pulled him up. So whatever issues you guys have with the programming, please, can you guys talk about it after me? I've gone because, I just came here to host on behalf of Dr. Damages. So please, let's just leave it as it is. Mr. Ferreira, I know you want to respond, but please, Ejosa, there's no need because I really want us to stay on the issues with the time I have so we can move forward. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Very much.
Yeah. Mr. James.
Thank you once again. I'm sure you can hear me.
Yes.
Good. I want to draw our attention to something. During the Abacha's administration in Nigeria, when the June 12th Wahala was on, a number of Nigerians were, should I say, they mind the African countries they go to because there is a law in Nigeria which makes it criminal for anybody to conspire against the government of the country. Whatever you are doing, which the government rightly or wrongly consider to be a conspiracy against the state, they have the right to go to the country where you are resident and demand your extradition. It depends on the human rights policies of the country. If it's like the US or UK, they might be very strict, but in other countries, they are not. So people cannot just come online and say, this is what we are doing to unseat the government. To unseat the government is not a crime. But if the government interprets it to be a crime, they can lie, they can polish it in such a way that the government of the host country will hand you over to them, bundle you on the plane, and fly you to Nigeria. And I was told that at the airports in Nigeria, there are some people on wanted lists. When you come from Greenland or Australia or Afghanistan, once you land at the airport, you are a wanted man. From there, the arrest will be effected. So people should mind what they say on programs of this nature. This is why one should be very careful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. James. I appreciate it. Mr. Maska, did you have something to add? I thought you were unmuted.
Yes, I actually just want to comment Mr. Anaba because for me, when I started joining this program, it's a shining light. It's an example where, for me, I draw inspiration. When we started, Alaba was always talking, but at some point, suddenly, I started seeing messages from this, I think, movement radio. And I am convinced this is exactly the point I was making. if one starts something, one here, one there, one here, one there, one here, one there, there will be a momentum. So I just want to commend him. He was part of the people always talking, but he had, at some point I saw that he decided to do something concrete. And I see him week in, week out, post stuff, which I try to get through all the time. And it's always very inspiring to know that, okay, this guy has decided whether the thing will work or not, he will do his bit. And I think that's what all of us are supposed to be doing. Do what you're supposed to do. I'm currently writing a paper. A lot of people read. I say, I say, okay, let me just do it. Let me put it out there. Whether it will work or it won't work, I've done my bit so that tomorrow I will complain with justification. But you cannot do nothing and sit to complain. So I just want to commend Mr. Alaba if he's listening. Kudos to him. All Nigerians should come here and talk, but after talking, go out and do something.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maska. Well said. I mean, I know Mr. Alaba Ferreira. I know him very well. You know, I've been to his channel as well. He's doing good work there. He's doing a lot of good work. So this is all it's about. You know, I'm sure even though the back and forth you guys have here, I'm sure you guys will sort it out. That one no concern me. Wetin concern me na Nigeria. How we go to fix that country? Now that one be my biggest. Now that one be my Achilles heel. They call am. Where they speak that English again? Now that one. So I think it's a good place to start wrapping it up. Because I think you guys have another show after this, right, Mr. KJ? I think there's another.
This show is enough.
I don't know if we're going to hold another show.
Okay. No, I was just because I know that normally you guys will have something afterwards or so.
Yeah, I will see how that rolls after you end.
Okay. So I think this is a good place to start wrapping it. I want to say special shout out to all those that have given me super chat to, hey, Dr. Damages has raked it. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Mihu Ibe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Mr. Pansad, Guy Walele, everyone that gave a super chat. I don't take it for granted, guys. Thank you very much. Mr. Igbo Basics too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mr. Pansad, yeah, and then Guy Walele as well. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys made it all fun. And Oscar, that's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Oscar. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you all so much. I appreciate your Mihu Ibe. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, so this is what it's about. I think that as much as we talk is good. Now clap, they say they enter dance. When you start to clap, small thing, your leg will move, small thing, the other one will follow. You can't do kokoma, go back, go front, na so, right? So we must. If for those who care about Nigeria, I'm not talking about those who are not interested. If you care about Nigeria, you care about your ancestral homes, you want to have a place to go back to, or you want to have a place to travel to, be a part of this. Please, we'll have one more chance. If we miss it in 2027, kiss your country bye-bye. Okay? And start preparing for identity crisis that you have never seen in your life. Okay? So please, don't say you were not told. Don't say you did not hear. The internet is a witness. We don't talk. We don't shout. Now, solution we need to find. Everybody get work to do. Every one of us get work to do. The small people, when they claim, say they get Nigeria, they're not plenty pass us. All we need to do now to enter and scatter their party. If we scatter their middle, if confusion, they're not going to know what to do. They go take the next private jet, come out for Nigeria, go somewhere else where they will have soft landing. So let's know what we are doing. 2027 is crucial. Go to your villages. Some of you have not gone to your villages in years. This is the time to go back to your village and start talking to people. Go to your local government. Get acquainted with people that you have never come across before. Find out what's going on. Find solution. Look for way to make sure that your own community is part of this new Nigeria we're going to bring forward. A lot of people in the village don't understand what's going on. Speak in the language that they understand. Whatever language they speak, explain that to them. If you need to do leaflet in your language. Share it. We have a country to save. There's no soft sitting, hanging by the fence, nowhere. We are all part of the solution. If we do what we need to do, we get the country that we want to get. All the countries that most of us are in, if they did not fight, we will not see it to enter. They are not telling people to go back to your countries now. It will just take one person that does not know you from Adam. Go just come, change all the policy. You think you are a card-carrying member, you have one passport, it will disappear before your eyes. People when they South Africa, how many years? They don't know say a day will come where they will have to pack whatever the clothes they have on their back and run from South Africa. It is happening all over, even in Europe, everywhere. So let's know what we are doing. If we fix our own homes, everybody go there their corner. They do what they need to do without any wahala. Everybody go feed a visit. I feel go visit Mr. Masker for where a day. Mr. Masker, how far? I want to buy this thing, tiger nuts. Where I fit him say, I buy, I enter my car, I drive back. Or I call him, I say, Mr. Masker, help me. May I send you money? Help me send potatoes and tomatoes. And kuli, send them. He go send them. 2 days I go get them. If I need anything, I will.
You don't go ask for gold. Oh my, this is
gold. I don't forget gold. Thank you very much, my brother. I go say gold though. I go tell you the weight when I want. Madam Masker go package everything, send them to me. 2-3 days I don't get my package. I not go to bother say person go thief am for road because we have fixed the country. This is all what we need to be focusing on. If I need anything, I go send Mr. KJ. I say, Mr. KJ, send me isiewu or native salad. Send them to me, I beg. 2 days I don't receive them. The same thing with my brother Uzo. The same thing with Mr. James and Mr. Dexter, right? So we all have work to do. We all have work to do. We got to get busy. No time. So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the Saturday. Stay cool. It's very hot where I am. Stay cool wherever you are. Drink a lot of water. Keep yourself hydrated. Thank you all so much. Mr. KJ, thank you so much. Mr. James, thank you. You came in early to assist. I really appreciate. Thank you very much, Mr. Dexter. Mr. Uzo, thank you for all the points that you noted. The flagship, thank you. I have written down stuff that I'm going to run with myself. Mr. Masker, thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate. So everyone in the chat, thank you. So now here we go wrap up.
I'm going to be giving you a show to host. So we know who's coming. Are we going to petition the damages to be giving you a show to host once in a week?
Whether after this one now we come back, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I have offended a lot of people.
No. You've done nothing. You've done very well, and that's the way the program holds here. It's a place of ideas, and we never turn down anybody who has an idea, even if it's against the idea that the platform tries to uphold. And so when people make that kind of comment, it becomes a little bit degrading for those of us who spend a lot of time here. It's a place where we canvass ideas. We'll probably not go to the point, and Rudolph have made that point many times. We're just a talking shop. So we're not going to go to the other points, but we'll be able to organize people just like you have done now. Give people an understanding of where they want to push their idea through and shout out that idea across board, which is what this program have just been able to succeed in doing today. Those who want to run with it will run with it. Those who do not want to run with it to hear that there's an idea and some people are working and assiduously to realize that Nigeria is a big country. if we are going to succeed. And just I will say here, I quote Datina, what's his name now? That Baba Ahmed. Yes, he said something very important. If you people are 10,000, they will call the police against you. They will arrest you. They will beat you. They will imprison you. But if you are 1 million in the streets, they will run from you. They jump into their private jets and run away. So our target is to get 10 million, 20 million in the streets. And let's see whether Nigeria will not change. And that's what we are preaching. Thank you so much. We will find a way, because they are very busy, and some of them are not because you find. That's why they make all these comments. We will find a way. If it was a man that was telling them what you have told them, by now they will have been finding how to beat me through the screen. But now,
KJ,
since it's a fine lady that started saying it, they're all taking it in faith. We'll find a way to bring you back so that you can do the same program again.
KJ, let me tell you one problem earlier on. You know, this show is called Have Your Say. But because it's Have Your Say, he didn't give you that permission to say the one I say. So that's the problem. If the damages time, we tell you this Have Your Say, you can say whatever you want to say. So some people want to lie right on that because it's Have I Say.
No, but even at that, somebody is still moderating. There's a reason why somebody is moderating. To tell you see, we are able to not one direction. Not everybody discussing, and at the end of the day, we are not able to arrive at anything. That's what she just did. She just said, look, this is the direction I want to follow. And you can't go to an interview in CNN and the person is asking a question. You say, okay, no, I don't want to answer from where you're telling me. I want to answer from there. It doesn't happen anywhere. That's why it's called a program. It's being produced. Okay? And she has a mental, hold on, sir. She has a mental picture of what she wants to realize on the program. So you can't come and begin to tell us, what happened for Nnamdi Azikiwe time when she just says she doesn't want to talk about Nnamdi Azikiwe. I mean, how do you do that? Talk about the time she wants to start. And simple. If you don't have any point on that issue, you say at this point, just like Mr. James used to say sometime, I don't want to talk about this topic. And it's okay to move on to another person. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, but it's like me and you now, and a man to man, I go show muzzle, but now man to woman, now all no fish show muzzle. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm
Okay, go ahead, Mr.
You have 10, 20 million people on the streets. Is that not a revolution?
It doesn't matter what it is, as long as we get what we want. Nigeria must change. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how it comes. All right?
There cannot be a change. There can't be a change without a revolution.
To be a revolution.
What I wanted to talk about is exactly what James is trying to talk about, but from a different perspective also. What I'd wanted to say, KJ, I support you, and I support Dati Baba Ahmed. But I think what Omoye and all the other people that have spoken well today, what they are simply saying is that we don't even need to get 10 million people out on the street. What we must try to aspire for, if you get 10 million people, 10 million Nigerians on that election day that are focused on election, what would be the word I will use? Election credibility. 10 million Nigerians focus on election credibility. They are not to come out on any street. If you get 10 million Nigerians to focus on that day on election credibility, all this story is Mr. James would begin to
I think we're saying the same thing.
Mr. James will come back. I agree with you. I'm just saying, but these lines are different. They are fine lines, but the difference is massive. If you're thinking of getting people out on the street, the risk is enormous. It will be a more difficult thing. The best we should aspire for is to get these 10 million people on that election day. That's what the gap is massive. If we understand and focus that, look, these are our options and we must go for it, I think a lot will happen. Mr. James, for starters, will be back from Gambia.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Mr. Maska. Elect people that are committed to the credibility of election. That is the key word right there. 10 million people and say, no, the election must count. Our votes must count in all the polling units. Forget most of the polling units. Let me not say all. That's the revolution right there. That is the game changer. That is revolution without violence. I'm telling you. So that's the way. So 2027 is another opportunity, rare opportunity that is opening up. So the sooner Nigerians run with it, take advantage and run with it, the better. So let me tell you, come next year, our conversations will be different. Now everybody's going to be talking, okay, we're going back home and we're taking a group of people come together. We're taking this manufacturing company back to this village. We're taking this manufacturing company back to this other village. Everywhere will be springing up with opportunities. That should be the focus. If you want to see a good Nigeria, envision it, see it in your eye. See it and perceive it and do your part to ensure that we arrive at that destination. So my people, thank you very much for joining me once again. This has been an amazing session with all of you. To those that I disagreed with, it's not personal. Ovie, if you like, cry me a river. Guess what? I don't care. When you are finished crying, you come and fix Edo State when you are finished crying. Okay?
Come on,
so
also no road.
Yeah, you understand where your governor is embarrassing you all over the place. Wait till the corner. I beg you. So my people, let's call it.
Are you also sure? Maybe they go to church.
Okay, sorry. I want to bring my. What's going on?
All right, are you signing off?
Can you continue?
I want to play music.
Okay.
I beg. Can you?
Which
I want to play music. That lady's
are you hosting or not? Are you hosting or not? So
the lady with the guitar. I like her a lot.
Okay.
The lady with the guitar. I can't remember her name. I love her songs.
Olisa malugo koyene menenua Okudilio nyekelanio Chukuna malugo yobia diocha Agaranya chogo kowe bili Agaranya chogo kowe rienio Owe chuku bezie chuku Nuche chukwa busigi fegemeo Nuche chukwa busia ifegemeo Nifo solo ne asi alibazie Oboye bebe agaranya muliba Oboye wuru agaranya mebi vesolia Mano agaranya mua Oboye afyozi enipakwa
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Yes, you. Have you subscribed? You. Yeah, before you go, click. It's free. Click. Just that's it. Have you subscribed? You're laughing. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. Hey, madam. Thank you so much. I can see you. We have to get to 100,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, how are we going to do that if you don't subscribe? Yes, you. Yes, you're about to click off. Why? Have you subscribed? It's free. If you don't, ask your son, ask your daughter how to. Just one click. Thank you. I see you. Aha! Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
This is not a joke. It's not a turn-by-turn thing here. I wouldn't be here. After this election, stop coddling Showore and having him running his mouth. He cannot win a single local government. So